Welcome to Memorial Stadium. It is homecoming night in Minster. As you see, the Minster Wildcat marching band taking the field. And they'll bring the fight song across the field. And then we're going to meet the freshman, sophomore, and junior attendants. And then we'll meet the senior attendants, Queen and King candidates. Sure do appreciate you joining us. My name is Scott Fry. Got Jeff Henshin with me for the call of the football game here a little bit later. But for now, we're going to focus our efforts and our attention on homecoming. So enjoy the sounds of the Minster Marching Band, and we will be ready to announce and introduce the attendants in just a moment.
I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
And you see there the Minster Wildcat Marching Band in the big Block M. Biggest band in the MAC. They have been for a number of years. Jen Baer is the director here. And they are now getting into formation, getting ready for the 2022 homecoming ceremony. Once again, thank you for joining us. A beautiful fall evening, a little nip in the air, just as it should be here in this second weekend in October. Minster with Oktoberfest behind them last weekend, and now it's time for homecoming. And as is customary with all homecoming ceremonies, there's a pair of attendants for each class, and then the King and Queen candidates, all seniors.
At this time, we would like to introduce our homecoming chorus and crown our homecoming team.
And now entering the field, coming across from the far sideline, are the freshman homecoming attendants. Annie Hemmelgarn, daughter of Randy and Kate Hemmelgarn. Annie is the freshman class president. She's also a member of student council and a member of the youth leadership club and a group called YAE. I'm not sure what that is. Annie's also a member of the cross-country basketball and track and field teams. After high school, Annie plans to attend college and enter into a career working with children. Her attendant is Matthew Putoff, son of Tim and Jill Putoff. Matthew is a member of the band as well as the football and the baseball teams. In the future, Matthew would like to attend college to major in communications and become a sports analyst. All right, Matthew, love that. Sophomore attendants, Abriana Webker, daughter of Brian and Lisa Webker. Abriana is a member of the athletic team, the youth leadership club, and marching band. She's also a member of the basketball team and the golf team. In the future, Abriana would like to pursue a career in architecture. And the sophomores are there at midfield. And you see with her, James Niemeyer, son of Brian and Tanya Niemeyer. James is a member of the FFA as well as the football, the baseball, and the basketball teams. In the future, James does plan to attend college. And now approaching the M behind our sophomores are our junior homecoming attendants. Louisa Fisher, daughter of Christian and Annika Fisher. Louisa's American host parents are David and Natasha Alexander. Louisa is a member of the volleyball team. She also plans to attend NYU School of Professional Studies for Marketing and Strategic Communications after school. Reese Sloan is the son of Robert and Kim Sloan. Reese is the founder of the Minster High School Chess Club and a member of the football team. After high school, Reese does plan to attend college, and so those are your junior homecoming attendants. Here come the first of the senior attendants. This is your Queen candidates. Queen and King candidates, Jalen Albers, daughter of Byron and Darcy Albers. Jalen is a member of the National Honor Society, chairman of the Youth Leadership Club. She's a member of the academic team and a member of the Dirt Club. She's also the senior class vice president and has been a class officer for all 4 years. Jalen is field commander with the marching band, and she performs in the symphonic band. After high school, she does plan to attend a 4-year college and go to dental school. With her is Nathan Bear, son of Kevin and Jennifer Bear. Nathan is the secretary of National Honor Society, president of the Youth Leadership Club, chairman of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, secretary of the senior class, percussion section leader in the band, and a member of the youth group. Nathan earned academic All-MAC honors, the Minster High School Respectful Student Award, the Minster High School Accountability Award, the Archie Griffin Sportsmanship Award, and is in the high honor roll, As a member of the golf team, he's been named team captain, earned first team All-MAC honors. He's been a 2-time MAC team champ, and he's made 2 team appearances at state. For baseball, Nathan has received the honorable mention All-MAC honors. After high school, Nathan does plan to go to college. Standing at the Block M, at the center of the field are Paige Bornhorst and Wyatt Kemper. Paige is the daughter of Joe Hudson. Paige Bornhorst is a member of the band as well as the track and field team. After high school, Paige plans to go to college to major in dental hygiene. Wyatt Kemper is the son of Mark and Shelley Kemper. Wyatt is a member of the Wildcat band as well as he plays golf and is on the bowling team as well. After high school, Wyatt plans to enter the workforce. Now approaching the Block M at the center of the field, this is Cameo Cedarleaf and Logan Cooney. Cameo is the daughter of Nate and Roxanne Cedarleaf. Cameo is a member of the National Honor Society, chairman of the Red Wagon Campaign and the Youth Leadership Club, and she's a member of Dirt Club. She's also a 4-year member of the cross-country, track, and swim teams. She was a member of both 2019 and 2021 cross-country state championship teams, and she was a member of the 4x800 state championship team in track. She's the current Minster High School swim team record holder in the 100 freestyle. After high school, Cameo plans to attend either the University of Findlay or Indiana Wesleyan University, majoring in social work. She plans to continue swimming and running in college. With her is Logan Cooney, son of Jed and Stephanie Cooney. Logan is a member of Symphonic Band that earned a 1 at state. He's also a 3-sport athlete playing baseball, golf, and basketball. Logan earned first team All-MAC in baseball in 2022, and he plans to attend college after high school. Now approaching the Block M at the center of the field are Katie McClurg and Matthew Niekamp. Katie is the daughter of Michael and Heather McClurg. Katie is a 2-year chairman of the Youth Leadership Club's Social Media Committee. She's co-leader of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes and a member of the Math Club, also a member of the Dirt Club. Katie is a member of the basketball and track teams. She earned second team honors in basketball. She's also earned academic All-MAC honors for track and basketball. After high school, Katie McClurg plans to attend either the University of Kentucky or Miami University and major in business with a design minor. With her is Matthew Niekamp, son of Chris and Becky Niekamp. Matthew is a veteran student council member, the senior class president, and the treasurer of the National Honor Society. He was the recipient of the Ohio State Math Medal Award. He's a 2-year member of the varsity track team and a 4-year member of the golf team. Matthew plans to attend college after high school and major in electrical engineering. Right out at midfield on the Block M, this is Lexi Niemeyer and Dylan Watercutter. Lexi is the daughter of Matt and Alicia Niemeyer. Lexi is a member of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, a leader of the Junior High Bible Study, and a 4-year member of the marching and symphonic bands. Lexi is also a 4-year member of the high school track team and a member of the CYO basketball team. Lexi plans to attend college and major in interior design. Dylan Watercutter is the son of Brian and Laura Watercutter. Dylan is a member of the marching and symphonic bands. He's been the treasurer of his class as a freshman, sophomore, and senior, and he is the current president of the National Honor Society. Dylan has been an altar server from 7th to 11th grade and has been a member of the Youth Leadership Club all 4 years of high school. Dylan is on the golf, basketball, and track teams, and he plans to attend the University of Cincinnati after high school. And our final senior attendance Queen and King candidates are Morgan Sparks and Brady Wolf. Morgan is the daughter of Ron and Misty Sparks. She's a member of the Youth Leadership Club and the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, as well as the Dirt Club. She's also the Minster High School Blood Drive chairman. Minster plays club soccer for FC Dayton, and she is on the basketball team where she earned academic All-MAC honors. After high school, Morgan plans to play collegiate soccer and major in nursing. Brady Wolf is the son of Brian and Shelley Wolf. Brady is a leader in FCA and a member of National Honor Society. He's been a member of the football and the basketball teams for all 4 years. He plans to attend a 4-year university with a major in business. And we are about to have the crowning of the 2022 Queen and King.
Feel better about their world because it takes a little bit of pressure off of them with other guys helping out. I think one of them states, I don't remember if it was volleyball. One of them states used to be the hockey.
And now the numbers for all the leagues.
All right, here we go.
2022 Minster High School homecoming king is.
And your homecoming king for 2022 is Mr. Logan Cooney. Congratulations, Logan. Once again, Logan Cooney is your 2022 homecoming king here in Minster. Nice round of applause from the Wildcat faithful.
And the 2022 homecoming queen is Paige Bornhorst.
And Paige Bornhorst is your 2022 homecoming queen for Minster High School. Congratulations to Paige Bornhorst and Logan Cooney as they take home the homecoming royalty honors for 2022 here at Memorial Stadium at Minster High School. Appreciate you joining us for this special broadcast. We've got about 17 minutes to go before kickoff, so we're going to go ahead and sign off now, but don't go far away. Get something to drink, something to eat, and when we come back, we'll do a little pregame discussion as the Delphos St. John's Blue Jays are in town to take on these Minster Wildcats in an MAC Week 8. Hard to believe already, Week 8 matchup here on NKTelco Sports.
Wagner's IGA has been servicing their communities for more than 95 years, spanning 3 generations. Wagner's founded their business on 2 basic principles: excellent customer service and quality products. Visit all our locations and experience the finest selection of deli, fresh meats, and variety of beverage choices. While there, don't forget to check out our vast selection of fresh coffee beans, produce, dairy, and bakery items. Visit Wagner's today in Minster, Fort Laramie, and New Bremen. And check us out on Facebook.
At First National Bank, we are working hard to make your life a little easier. With products like Card Valet, an app allowing you to control your cards with real-time notifications, transaction restrictions, and spending limits. The ability to access your money through 55,000 all-point ATMs across the country, surcharge-free. Live customer support when you need it, and online and mobile banking, allowing you to gain access to your financial information wherever and whenever you like. First National Bank, making your life a little easier.
We welcome you to this broadcast of high school football on NKTelco Sports. We are at Memorial Stadium at Minster High School where the Delphos St. John's Blue Jays will take on the Minster Wildcats in an MAC matchup. And tonight's game brought to you by the following sponsors: Keyhole Pizza, First National Bank, Precision Strip, Emerson Climate Technologies, Carriage Works, Grand Lake Health, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Lincoln Electric Automation, Minster Bank, New Knoxville Supply, Pratt Industries, Wagner's IGA, Wilson Health, Winners Meats, Borchers Floor Center, and of course NKTelco. Once again, Scott Fry here with Jeff Henshin. Welcome. Got a beautiful night for football, Jeff, and we're going to have us a good old-fashioned MAC showdown as the Blue Jays have made the long trip down State Route 66 from, 5-6 counties away. One of the longer drives in the MAC. Probably Delphos to Versailles is the long one, but here we are.
Yeah, beautiful night for football. You hit that right on the head there, and it's a cool evening, but great conditions. I don't expect any rain. The sun's setting, so the sun won't be an eyes. There is a bit of a breeze, it looks like, that may have some impact, but nothing major. But a beautiful night, homecoming here at Minster, and a great game here as the Wildcats having a great year. You're looking to seed themselves, if you will, for the postseason.
Yes.
Delphos fighting, need some big wins here to crawl into that Week 11 play for themselves. But this is the 48th meeting all time between these two schools, and Delphos owns the battle, if you will, with 28 wins. Minster with 19 wins. Again, this is the 48th meeting between these two schools, and both have had success over the years. I mean, you go back and look at state championships, you're going to see both these teams mentioned in their respective divisions.
Yeah, Minster's got 3 state titles, 89, and then a couple in the 2000s, more recent. Delphus has got state titles. I just happen to have it in front of me. D6 state champions, 97, 98, 99. That was during that stretch of 57 straight wins as a school. And that was actually Coach Whiting, who's the father of the Minster coach, Seth Whiting. They also were state champs in 05, 08, and 2010, and then Division 6 state runner-up in 09. So neither program strangers to success, although this season headed in different directions. Delphus St. John's kind of reloading, working to get themselves rebuilt. They come in with a 2-5 record overall, 1-4 in the MAC. They've got wins opening week against Delphus Jefferson, and then 2 weeks ago against Anna. They lost weeks 2, 3, 4, and 5 to LCC, Versailles, Marion Local, Fort Recovery, in that order.
And then suffered a tough loss to one of the better teams in the state of Ohio in Coldwater, a Division 5 school. So it's always good to beat your inner city competitor, in this case Delphus Jefferson. They took care of that 49-27, and then got a big win against Anna 2 weeks ago. And they're a Division 6 school. But, they need some wins here, and you never know how those playoffs, you may be looking to it further, what their chances are, but they have a tough road ahead of them with Minster tonight, then Parkway, and finish at New Bremen, who's 6-1.
Absolutely. In fact, Cardinals over in Coldwater tonight. There's a big matchup near the top of the MAC. Of course, Coldwater and Marion both undefeated at overall and in the MAC, 8-0, 6-0, or 7-0, 5-0. So, much to be decided.
In Coldwater's Division 5, Marion's Division 6, and New Bremen, Minster, and such around this area, Fort Loramie Division 7. So, it'd be neat to see a three-way again at the end of the week 16 this year with the MAC well representative at the state finals.
Man, it sure would, and it happens quite frequently here in the last 10 years. We've had, Fort Recovery, the year they won state, I believe they and Coldwater and Minster were up there, I believe, or them and Coldwater and Marion. It was Minster, Marion, Coldwater. Versailles was up there last year as D5 state champs. Marion was D7.
Yeah, I thought last year maybe Coldwater was runner-up.
Coldwater was runner-up,
but like 2 out of 3
to D6.
You lose track of all this. But it's happened sometimes before, and just a lot of pride. And those teams that don't make it understand they're playing against the best competition in the state of Ohio. Nothing to be ashamed of. And you play the game, and that's what's expected around here. You bring your best, and you see what happens.
Yep, that's what we'll see tonight. 2 very different teams. Key performers tonight on the Delphus St. John's side, and then we'll talk a little bit more detail about Minster. But look to see number 13, senior Clay Podubny, get the ball quite a lot. He's the second leading rusher in the MAC with 836 yards, 14 touchdowns, and he's over 9 yards a carry. So I would assume that Coach Schulte is going to put a lot of the weight on Podubny's back. They've got a junior signal caller in there at quarterback, Grant Ulm. Passing, probably not the strength of the Delphus offense. It's the run game. Ulm was not their starting quarterback. Nolan Schwinnen broke his hand against Jefferson, and he's been relegated to safety the rest of the season. But also have a look at senior Camden Schaefer, number 50, the linebacker on defense, one of the leading tacklers, not only on the MAC or on the Blue Jays, but also in the MAC. Minster comes in. Coach Whiting, I mentioned the son of legendary Coach Whiting up in Delphus with all of those wins. Coach Whiting in his second year, and he is sitting on a record with his Wildcats at 5-2 overall. And they are 4-1 in the MAC, tied with Route 66 rival New Bremen with their MAC conference. Both of those teams tied for third behind Marion and Coldwater, who are tied for first. Marion beat Graham in week 2. We had that game here. They also beat Fort Recovery, Anna, St. Henry, Parkway. They dropped their opener to Fort Loramie. Very, very good D7 team. In fact, Fort Loramie just vaulted up with a big win last weekend. I believe they're 2 in the computer rankings in Region 28. We'll probably dive into that a little bit in the second half. And then Marion Local, of course, cream of the crop in these parts, beat Minster. We had that game as well on NKTelco, beat Minster in week 3.
Interrupt real quick. You mentioned Coach Whiting, his success here. My reading about him when he came here was rebuilding programs. He'd done it at the past couple of schools he'd been to. Minster, if you go back to last season, a year ago, I believe it was, they didn't have a win against a Ohio high school athletic team. Their win was, they got a win.
It was a team in Columbus or something that was a non-OHSAA team. You're right.
School. So they went 1-9 or whatever it was last year. So now here they are. Look at their record, and turn around, and they're vying for definitely a home field for Week 11.
Yep.
Good enough they might be able to get back-to-back home wins if they can continue to win and take care of business when you get to that postseason.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we will talk a little bit about the new playoff, the expanded playoff format. Always interesting. You look across the field there, you've got one of the priests from St. John's Church over there playing catch on the sideline. Always nice when you can bring that sort of support, a little divine intervention on behalf of St. John's. Love to see that. And we're going to see Minster. They have won the toss, and they will receive the opening kickoff from St. John's. Some key players tonight on the Minster side. Number 12, Brogan Steffi, just a sophomore. Top passer in the MAC, 104 attempts, 165 completions, 1,600 yards already, Jeff. 11 touchdowns, 1 interception. That is incredible for a sophomore to have that TD to interception ratio. His favorite target, top receiver in the MAC, James Nemo Niemeyer, 37 receptions, 448 yards, 4 touchdowns. But also have a look on the defensive side of the ball. Number 81, junior Charlie Schmeezing. He'll line up mostly at left end on defense. He's got 4 sacks, so that'll be an interesting bit. And Minster with a nice kick return. He's going to go down the near sideline, and I got no laundry, and Minster is going to open the scoring with a touchdown. Holy cow, Jeff, we're still doing pregame, and Minster's on the board. Chase Kaus, the senior wideout, number 15, shot out of a cannon, got through the wedge, and that's all she wrote. Bing, bang, boom, and Minster on the board. 6-0, Chase Kaus to the house. Hey, that rhymes what I did right there.
It's been used before, but that's fine. I'm giving it maybe an 84, 85-yard return. I didn't quite catch where he fielded it, but I don't know if he was touched. And, yes, Couch to the house. And what a way to start for the Minster Wildcats. We didn't get a chance to do our keys of the game. We talk about pregame. But that one of the keys we're going to get into is scoring early and often. Well, 13 seconds.
I feel like they've kind of accomplished that, haven't they?
Check mark, and boy, that's a great way to start it and put a team like Delphos St. John's struggling a little bit. Not maybe this, they fumble the snap here.
This is James Niemeyer, and he's going to get tossed to the turf. And so Minster is going to open the scoring here with 11:47 to go. That is 13 seconds in for those of you who are into math. And Minster takes the opening kickoff to the house on the back of one Chase Kaus, the senior wideout, the number 2 receiver for the Wildcats. And just like that, it's 6-0 Minster. We'll go ahead and keep it right here. Let's go ahead and do the Kilo Pizza keys to the game on the Minster side of the ledger. Normally we would do that when they start on offense, but they went so quickly. Go ahead, Jeff.
Go quickly for the Minster offense. Score early and often. Get the lead. Check
I feel
mark.
like they've got that done, yeah.
Create turnovers. Haven't had a chance, but the defense has come up with some interceptions this year, so they're going to look to build upon that and shut down Padumdy. He's there. I can't say his name, but he's the guy that's going to 9 yards of carry. Got to keep an eye on him. Force St. John's to play from behind, and they've done that immediately.
Well, Clay Padubny, watching him in warm-ups, man, he's a big dude. I'm glad I'm not going to be out there tonight attempting to tackle him because he's all man. And again, at 9.2 yards a carry, that's going to be job one. And Delphos with a kind of a one-sided, one-dimensional offense, if you can take away that toy, you got something going on. And so now Minster's going to go ahead and go for 2. There must have been a penalty.
I missed it as well.
Yeah, I didn't see it. What's that? Horse collar tackle. Okay. Yeah, they did throw Niemeyer down. Yeah.
And they had him, well in control. So tough break, but defense here stiffens up, and they'll nullify the try anyhow.
Will Frimmel, the D lineman / running back, unable to get to the end zone. So 6-0 Minster. Wow, that was exciting.
That was, and Kaus, we had a game here last year. I think he had a punt return. I did a game, and they didn't win the game, but he came up with some big plays on special teams or those returns, and that's where you can get a speedy youngster out in open space, let him kind of do his stuff and force, let's say, the slower defenders to try to catch him, and he did. He's had some returns for score. I'm looking if he had any this year, but I think he had one last year in a game we did that helped his Wildcats come back.
He just ran past the pack. He had a little traffic up around the 25-30, got through that, got down the near sideline right in front of the Minster bench.
Well, Kaus already has.
And he took it to the house.
That's his 13th kickoff return of the season. He already has 1 touchdown on the season via the kickoff return for 80 yards. That one, I'm guessing, was right around 85 or so. We'll get the official stats from Bruce Monin. But that's his second return for touchdown for Chase Kaus.
That was a heck of a play. So now Minster's going to go ahead and kick off, and this will be Brogan Steffi, the sophomore signal caller. We mentioned his name in the pregame as a guy to watch on offense. And he's getting ready to kick off back for St. John's. We will see Braylon Metzger and Connor Gagne. And it goes to an up man, bobbled. And this is Podubny and Minster all over that. So Delphos St. John's will begin on offense at their own 29. And let's go ahead and, first of all, let's get the keys to the game, the Keyhole Pizza keys to the game from our buddy Chunky Bob down there at Keyhole Pizza in Newport.
Well, for the Jays, they want long, sustained drives in offense. Keep the ball off of that high-powered Minster offense's hands. Let Delphos' offense grind the clock down and move the ball. Pass defense. Keep everything in front of them. Don't let the receivers like James Niemeyer get behind you. Keep them in front and limit mistakes. No penalties, no turnovers. Those are keys to the game for the St. John's Blue Jays. But that first one, long, sustained drives. You can't get down by too many more scores.
Right.
I mean, you got to be able to hang with Minster's one-for-one attack and try to get a turnover to force a stop of possession.
Absolutely, and Minster can score from anywhere on the field with this passing game, as Podubny takes the first handoff of the game, the first official offensive play, and he busts that for 7 yards right up the middle. Let's go ahead and get the Emerson Climate Technology starters. We'll start with Delphos St. John's at quarterback, number 14, Grant Olm. Your running back, 13, Clay Podubny. 2 wideouts, number 10, Drew Boggs, number 15, Braylon Metzger. Wingman, number 9, Connor Gagne, going to call his number a lot, a favorite target of Olm's. And number 4, Nathan Ditto. Up front, center, number 50, Camden Schaefer. Right guard, 63, Josh Mueller. Left guard, 54, Alex Herron. Carson White at right tackle, 57, and left tackle, 55, Jake Boniface. And this is Podubny again. And he's going to gain about 3.5 out to the 40-yard line. And there is a St. John's first down. So, man, he is a big load.
Yes, he is. He's a strong individual. And I watch the Browns a lot on Sundays, and they always talk about Nick Chubb and how much he can bench press. And you watch him bench squat, and the bar is bent over. And you watch Chubb when he runs, though, the pile just keeps moving the direction he's going.
He's so strong, his legs, just keep the legs churning.
Kind of what happened there. They had a lot of bodies there, but the majority of the pile kept moving to your right, and there was enough to get a first down. Good run by Podubny.
3 receivers left. Podubny, the lone back. And he's going to lead block for Ulm, but Minster, nice penetration. There he is. I called his number in the pregame, and Charlie Schmiesing.
And he comes in leading the Wildcats with 4 sacks on the season. Was that considered a sack because the quarterback did not get positive yards, although it was a designed roll?
Well, I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know how the statistic folks will keep that. I mean, there was a loss of a yard, and it was a tackle of the quarterback. So in my mind, it's a sack. But yeah, he wasn't. That was a design run all the way.
It didn't look like a normal sack like you would see when he was in distress.
Dropping back, yeah.
But anyhow, we'll let Bruce Monin and his wife Deb take care of that for us.
Man, that's one of the nice luxuries around here. When you come to Minster,
yes,
your stats are done for you. Thanks, courtesy of Bruce and Deb Monin for that. Rob Hemmelgarn, the softball coach here at Minster, keeps all the MAC stats. Very, very nice luxury. And that one's off the hands of Nathan Ditto, the wingman. And so here you hear the dooming bells of third down doom here at Minster as the St. John's Blue Jays are looking at 3rd and 11, and they keep running the same set. They'll run 3 receivers left. All the way out there is Braylon Metzger to the far sideline. In the slot there is Nathan Ditto. And then over here on the right side, you'll see Gagne off the right wing, and number 9, and then number 10, Drew Boggs.
Yeah, that bells you mentioned, that's key. A lot of schools use that for third down. And not only is it third down, but it's third down in 2 lines. They're out assisting.
Yeah, they're behind the sticks here.
He was pressured. They won't get a sack, but that definitely forced the throw to be a little bit shorter. Good defensive pressure by, I think it was number
Sharp.
6. Yeah.
Yep, Caleb Sharp in there. So let's go through the Minster Emerson Climate Technology starting defense. The defensive backfield, number 10, Connor Schmiesing. Little guy out there. He plays back in the back there, plays safety. Also on defense, number 3, a defensive back, senior Devin Webker. Caleb Sharp, we just saw him, linebacker, number 6. Noah Sweeterman, another defensive back, number 14. James Niemeyer, another defensive back, number 16. Brady Wolf, a D lineman, number 24. He'll also do the punting. And then you have Will Frimmel. Number 33 is a D lineman, and here's our punt. Nemo's going to have to let that die at about the 29, and so Minster will take over there.
That deep back was actually Chase Kaus, and number 15.
Oh, 15, yes.
Yep. But I think, boy, he's already got 1 through kickoff return, and he might
want to kick it back to him. Yeah,
they kicked it right at him. I thought maybe they would directionally kick it away from him. Didn't happen, and but nonetheless, he couldn't get a good pickup, and the Wildcats will take over on their 29-yard
line. Yep, 28. Last 2 starters for Minster, Chad Schulze, D lineman, number 72, and number 81, Charlie Schmiesing. Now let's flip it over on the offensive side of things for the Wildcats. All right, Devin Webker, a senior wideout, number 3. Brogan Steffi, your signal caller, sophomore quarterback, number 12. Chase Kaus, number 15, as Steffi's going to throw down the far sideline. Almost picked off. Boy, nice play right there to get underneath the receiver. I think that was Joel Schrader. Broke that up.
Yeah, it was.
From the D end. He was way out there in coverage.
Definitely had 2 hands on it, but couldn't come down with it. I believe Steffi had a huge night, huge game last week. 5 touchdowns through the air. Broke a record here. We'll maybe try to follow up with that and a big win of
that was a
Parkway.
school record, over the Panthers.
48-20 win, but the youngster broke a record and 5 touchdown passes last week.
That was Drew Boggs in coverage there from his left corner position. Also on offense for the Cardinals, number 16, James Niemeyer, number 15, Chase Kaus, both receivers. Brady Wolf, tight end, number 24. Justin Bergman, number 27, will be a running back. Steffi picks up about 4 on that design quarterback run. Will Frimmel, number 33, is the fullback. The men up front, number 50, Ian Holman. Number 51, Gabe Borhorst. Number 55, Keaton Sharp. Number 74, Fletcher Luthman. And number 76, Nick Winter. And that's your Emerson Climate Control Technologies starting lineup on offense for the Wildcats. On defense for St. John's, middle guard or nose guard, number 55, Jake Boniface. The 2 ends, number 12, Joel Schrader. Number 8, Ethan Drukmiller. Linebackers, 13, Clay Podubny. 50, Camden Schaefer, one of the best linebacking tandems in the MAC. You see Schaefer showing blitz, and now we're going to get a flag. And, they're going to get a false start against the Wildcats. First penalty of the night, going to back them up 5, and now they're going to have third down at about Egypt as they're going to get outside the sticks by about 3 yards. So 3rd and 13 as the ball spotted right at the 25.
And that's the same situation Delphus was in. They got behind the sticks, and Minster, was there. The penalty pushes them back now to 3rd and 13. So, yes, not a down and distance that you like to be in. Doesn't say it can't happen, but boy, I'd say the percentages are not in your favor. And
usually not. No, you got to go a little deeper in the playbook at 3rd and 13.
And this won't be 4-down territory if they don't get it. So chance here for the St. John's Blue Jays to get a big stop on defense.
Get off the field.
Yeah, and possibly get some decent field position and go to work with your ground.
Schmeezing in motion, little screen. Beautiful play. Man, blew that up. And that is, I believe, number 8. That is Drukmiller. The D-end did a nice job of staying home and upsetting that screen. Connor Schmeezing, this is great. Connor Schmeezing, 5'6", 155, picks up the rush of the right defensive end, 6'3", 180. Does a nice job of saving Brogan Steffi's life, but the screen was blown up. They lost a yard, and they're going to punt it away.
A heck of a play, because not only did they get pressure, but then they stuffed the play for -4, so they had everything well covered, and they're going to get decent field position here, and it takes a, wow, did it hit him?
Boy, that looked very close.
Oh,
Minster's saying they've got the ball.
That might
see what that official says.
And got number 4, Nathan Ditto. I don't know how they're going to tell. Yep,
and that's going to be Minster ball as it caromed off of
Ditto.
A Blue Jay right there at midfield. Got to have your wits about you when you're punting.
Yeah, and it's tough. Even though you might be yelling the code word to get out of the way, Ditto has no idea where the ball's at, and you're blocking.
No, he's pleading his case to no avail. So, boy, Minster with an early break. There's your first turnover. Another key to the game for Coach Whiting and the Wildcats was to create some turnovers.
What would you call that? Is that a fumbled punt, or is that a muffed punt then? Probably, I guess.
I guess it would go in the books as a muffed punt, even though he wasn't even the return man.
But it doesn't matter. If the return guy doesn't field it, it would miss.
Touching's touching, yeah. So Minster now with Brogy under center. This is Bergman. He's going to get stuffed at the point of attack. Podubny's right there.
Boy.
Nice stop there. Schaefer, the 2 inside linebackers, finish up with the Delphus defense. Outside linebackers are 54X Heron and 25 Nolan Schwinnen. And then the defensive backfield, number 10 Drew Boggs, number 4 Nathan Ditto, 15 Braylon Metzger, and 9 Connor Gagne. Would like to thank Emerson Climate Technologies for sponsoring our starting lineups.
Well, St. John's Blue Jays, they come in with a record that they don't like at 2-5. But the kickoff return hurts. Then they don't do really much on offense, but then they get a great stop on defense, and they have that freak short punt bounce into their blocker, but their defense has come up big time.
Boy, they
again
sure
here.
have. Connor Schmeezing, a nice underneath route for no gain.
Yeah, it's a couple passes they completed, and one's for negative yards, and now that one was for just...
Got about a yard there, yeah. So 3rd and 12 outside the sticks. So neither offense having any luck moving the ball. Everything's happened on special teams so far. We had that opening kick return, like you said, and then this turnover on the punt, which basically was the same as a nice long first down play essentially for the Wildcats. But 3rd and 12 now.
Is that what you meant by reaching deep into the playbook, Scott, on 3rd and 13? Punt it short, let it bounce into a defense.
That's deep in the playbook.
Yeah, I didn't even know that was written, but yeah, that was a tough break. But you mentioned the percentages are usually low. I wouldn't count on that for Minster, and they're going to have another down and distance. And I think Coach Whiting wants to burn a timeout.
And we are going to go ahead and take that timeout with them. It's a precision strip timeout here on NKTelco Sports. Minster with the early lead, 7 minutes to go in the first, 6-0 over the Delta St. John's Blue Jays here on NKTelco Sports.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement.
We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip, doing the exceptional.
At Wilson Health, we're extending care beyond the walls of the hospital, with resources designed to keep you in charge of your health.
Our independence and connection to the community are unique in a world where big healthcare strives to act like corporations.
Our tools may be the same, but we are different.
We're neighbors, friends, and family who truly care about the people who live here.
We call it caring without limits, and it's just the beginning of a whole new Wilson Health.
Welcome back to Memorial Stadium, Minster. The Wildcats with a 3rd and 12. Steffi now in the shotgun in that sort of a shotgun wing tees. Got 3 receivers left, 1 right. And he's throwing all the way. Oh, nice pass right there. Boy, Devin Webker, as soon as he came out of his break, the ball was there. But, boy, Boggs was right there to break it up. And that's going to be another Minster punt. So 2 drives, 2 punts as Brady Wolf heads out to kick it away. And Connor Gagne back for the Blue Jays.
That was actually incomplete.
Yeah, Boggs broke that one up.
Yeah, sorry. First, when you said it was on the money, no doubt.
Yeah, it was right there, but Boggs, great coverage, kind of from behind, made the hit. Nice high kick. Gagne's got it back all the way up inside. Oh, man. Rocket bounce for the Wildcats and out of bounds. That's probably going to be down around the 15, Jeff.
Well, nice job, special teams. That's all part of field position game, and every kick in this case makes it difficult for the offense. And you bury him back on the 17, maybe, or the 12.
Looks like down at the 12, yeah, 13 maybe. NKTelco Sports and our sponsors are pleased to bring you replays of tonight's high school varsity football action on NKTelco Channel 3 or in high definition on 503. You can watch this one again Thursday, October 27th at 5 in the afternoon and Saturday, October 29th at 8 p.m. You can also watch all sorts of games on demand through YouTube, Facebook, and at nktelco.com/sports. And now home in the shotgun, he's got Podubny with the ball. Going to bounce it outside to the left, but Minster does a nice job adjusting, and after about 2 yards, they put that one to bed.
Yeah, just across the 15, so maybe give him 3 on that run. But, boy, he comes in with that 9-point average, or 9-yard average.
That's crazy.
Almost hard to believe how that happens. Obviously, he's got some big runs.
Probably got some long runs,
yeah.
But still. I mean, he's got a lot of carries. What did we see here in the MAC records? Let me see. I've got it here somewhere. Yeah, Podubny's the number 2 rusher in the conference. And he's got 836 yards in 7 weeks of football with 14 touchdowns. That's pretty awesome. Early score from Cavalier Stadium as the Blue Jays take a precision strip timeout. We'll keep it right here. The New Bremen Cardinals with an early lead over the Coldwater Cavaliers, 7-0. Talk about some computer points on the table for that one. Well, Bremen's 6-1, Coldwater 7-0.
How many minutes has Coldwater probably trailed this season?
Probably not very many.
I mean, there's
such a juggernaut.
Just getting ahead and a long way to go in that contest, but wow. To have them down, I mean, you just wonder how those teams...
It's almost like you want to check that just to make sure. No slight to the Cardinals.
Yeah, I don't have any obviously way, but I would say they've not trailed very many minutes this season. But, yeah, big game going on there. And either way, the winner of that, loser of that game is still going to probably be a top seed.
Somebody's going to score some computer points, yeah. And I'll tell you, in this Region 8, and we'll talk about this a little bit later, Cardinals won big over St. Henry last week and dropped another spot in the computer standings because Fort Loramie had a big win. You know, Fort Loramie plays that independent schedule, and their record doesn't look all that impressive, air quotes, but they're playing up 2 and 3 divisions most weeks.
And getting some wins against those teams.
Then when you get that win, you get big points. So they're, I think, number 2 in Division 7, Region 28. We'll talk about that a little bit later. 6:02 to go here in the first as Delphus.
Give me a heads up so I have my notes ready for that.
All right.
You run through them.
Always love talking playoff football. Here comes Druk Miller. He's going to get around the end and be pushed out of bounds by Niemeyer with a little help from Will Kanapke. And that'll bring up 3rd down and about 2, a long 2. So that's much more manageable than the last drive. And Delphus actually the only offense so far with a 1st down tonight, Jeff.
Yeah, they've muscled out 1 first down in the first drive, and then it stalled, and they have a chance here to get a much more makeable 3rd and short, 3rd and 3 from the 21.
Excuse me. So Ulm in the shotgun. He's got Podubny right behind him. That's Gagne shuffling. Oh, big hole right up the middle. But boy, Minster, nice job of getting off the block at the bottom of that pile. And that was, boy, he's short. Who is that? Number 9 for the Wildcats. What a nice play. He just scraped off his block. That's Adam Rindler, the junior. Just a nice job, man. He just got off his blocker and grabbed Podubny by the knees, and he actually lost a couple yards.
That's a big play there by Rindler. He mentioned not only knowing that's coming to the workhorse, but to make the stop, not get run over, if you will, and lose that forward momentum, but able to push him back, like you said, and hold him to little or actually a loss.
So now St. John's with their first punt of the evening. I think this is Druk Miller. Oh, excuse me, it's not.
Second punt.
Second punt, you're right. Boy, they're not giving Cows much room there.
A lot of congestion there, and no flag. So
Braylon Metzger, the punter. I'll tell you, Minster's in business here at the St. John's 45 to start this 3rd drive.
Well, they started from the 50 after St. John's muffed the last punt, and really haven't been able to. Their offense has not done much. So a few plays. Last time it was a 3 and out.
Well, the defense for St. John's, tell you, hats off. They put some pressure on Steffi. That's first thing. But their coverage on the back end has really been excellent.
Last time they did both. They not only got the pressure, but they got the great coverage, and that's having bodies in the right place because you're gambling in certain areas. And
oh, nice pass to Schmeezing. Boy, oh boy, Steffi hits him on the run, crossing the middle of the field into the nasty linebacker zone there, and he's going to pick up 10 exactly, call it 11, and the Wildcats now with their first down of the night. You hear our buddy Dave Kanapke in the background. First down for the Wildcats. So they are now at the 34 of
that was,
Blue Jays.
Caught by Schmeezing.
Yep, Connor Schmeezing, number 10. And see how quickly Steffi gets that ball out now. Because St. John's, they run a 3-4-D. And they've done a nice job of getting pressure. This is to Niemeyer, and you're going to see this one all night. I've had Minster twice this year, and Brogan, Steffi, and Niemeyer have really nice rhythm on these little outside perimeter passes where Niemeyer will just drive real hard about 8 yards, turn around, and there's the ball.
Yeah, rhythm, and knowing what your teammate's doing. And it doesn't just happen by accident. And Niemeyer has proven that with the number of receptions he has, 37 coming in, make that 38 now in the season. And tough to stop when you know what you're doing and the defense doesn't know when you're gonna turn on a dime.
He's looking at Niemeyer all the way, and he hits him, and that's incomplete as Niemeyer had to dive down near the 10. In coverage was number 4 for St. John's, Nathan Ditto. I don't know if he actually broke it up or it was just not caught, but either way, it's 3rd down and 2 now for Minster. 4:02 to go here in the first on the First National Bank. Think first scoreboard.
And a situation here with the Wildcats, basically have 2 plays to get 6 feet. So this position here is really can, as a St. John's defender, hug the line and expect a run or something short. They can still go deep and then follow up if they don't get it on a 4th down.
Steffi keeps it, goes over the left side, gets that first down, an awkward tackle down at about the 15. Looks like they're going to mark him at the 16. Connor Gagne on the stop. Tell you, there's a bright spot sophomore for the Blue Jays, and that is a Minster first down, so the chains keep rolling.
Yeah, much more efficient this time. They've not had any negative plays, just the one complete pass, but they've been getting chunk yards this time. Everything's been positive. And more importantly, like I said, no penalties. Don't stop the drive yourself. Force the defense of the St. John's Blue Jays to do that.
Absolutely. So empty backfield. You've got Niemeyer and Webker outside of him. This is Schmiesing in motion. And we're going to go post right down the middle. And, oh, boy, right through the hands. Brady Wolf would like to have that one again, man. He got all the way turned around looking for that ball. And I don't know if it was the white jersey flashing in late, but, boy, he'd like to have that one back because that was 6.
It was catchable. I think maybe it was about a half a step behind him.
It was.
And like I said, you reach back and just Stephanie probably wishes he could have let him better, but still catchable. And those guys, that's their job. In this case, they get paid to catch them.
Make it happen, yeah.
Actually, here they just have to stay eligible, and you don't get paid anything.
but let's just stay tuned on that one. You know it's coming.
Yeah, the trickle-down effect.
Yeah, NAL coming to high school, I'm sure. Steffi now rolls to his right, design roll, holding on the offense, going to throw one to the end zone, and it's going to be out of bounds. But I'd say the right tackle over there for the Wildcats is going to get flagged for holding.
Yeah, tough spot. Steffi was rolling out.
Yeah.
I think sometimes as a lineman, you don't know that, and you're trying to use the force against the lineman that's rushing, and you just get caught in that awkward spot, and it definitely looked like holding from what I saw.
Miller, very athletic, coming off the left end, number 8 for St. John's, 6'3", 200 senior, and he was up against number 50, Ian Holman, 6'3", 200, so a good matchup there, but Drew Miller is quick off the snap and started getting past Holman, and he held him. But the problem with these holding calls in high school football, I call it kind of the death penalty, is it's a spot foul 10 yards from the spot of the foul, and holding 85% of the time happens in the backfield.
In this case, 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
That was a 15-yard penalty. I don't get it either. I don't know.
So we're 2nd and 21, so now we're 2nd down and Fort Recovery to go here. Steffi's looking downfield. He's got Kaus, and he was expecting Kaus to be deeper in the end zone, unable to connect, so now it's 3rd down and a bunch, 3rd and 21 or so. They're trying to get down there to about the 6-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and 20. Now, last time, those are plays you're just not designed to get. It's 4-down territory, but they do have a kicker, Steffi, that has made a couple field goals this year of 35 yards and 26. So, if they get some positive yards, maybe they'll elect to try a field goal.
Yeah, it'll be about a 42-yarder from here,
I'm not saying from here, but if they get some.
But if they get a chunk, you're right.
They may not get all 20, but get some of it. Of course, that's not our call. We'll just explain what happens when we see it.
Empty backfield again for Steffi. He's got 5 guys on the pattern. Now he's flush. Podubny's giving chase. Directing traffic. Oh, he hits his man. Nice defense right there.
Yeah, it was on the mark.
Looked like he hit Dylan Heitkamp, number 8.
And I don't know, bang, bang. A good defense by the Jays to make contact upon point of touch. And that would have been very close to a 1st down if they could have held on to it.
Oh, Braylon Metzger broke that up. Okay.
Well, this would be,
nice
like I said, a 43-yard field goal try from here, and I would say they're going to go for it. I thought Steffi could have run for some chunk yards. But he threw it. He saw the receiver. Good defense, as you mentioned by Afro. You just said his name. Who broke it up?
I believe that was number 15, Braylon Metzger.
Okay.
Plays safety back there, and now we're going to get a timeout. And it'll be a precision strip timeout. Minster will go ahead and take it with him. 3:26 to go in the first. Minster up 6-0 over Delta St. John's here on NKTelco Sports.
CarriageWorks has expanded and now can hold up to 25 cars in our service bay. CarriageWorks thrives on customer satisfaction. We accomplish that by providing top-of-the-line technology. CarriageWorks now uses a laser beam system to measure down to the millimeter of factory specs to better service you and get you back on the road. CarriageWorks has a brand new top-of-the-line paint booth that uses waterborne paint. There's no job too big or too small for CarriageWorks. We're certified collision specialists. Come in and see us today.
Kemmler Orthopedic Center is focused on a personalized, caring approach to treat all aspects of orthopedics, including total joint replacement, shoulder reconstruction, stem cell injections, and more. Dr. James Kemmler and Jed Cooney, certified PA, are dedicated to providing the best orthopedic care in the Grand Lake region. Kemmler Orthopedic Center has offices located in Salina and Van Wert, along with extended evening hours. To schedule an appointment, call our office at 419-586-5760.
Welcome back to Memorial Stadium at Minster High School. Jeff, why don't you go ahead and introduce our officials for tonight's contest?
Well, the gentleman in the white hat, the referee, Dusty Gray. The umpires, Reyes Ramirez, and the line judge is Zach Grozine. Head linesman, Craig Druys, and back judge, Austin Herman, the men in stripes tonight.
Always a tough job.
Yeah, and they don't get, like even that punt to bounce, they don't get the aid of a replay to even.
Right, yeah, you got to make a call, and that's the end of it.
And you're down on the field. I mean, we have the best sight up here sometimes. It's tough. And my hat's off to them and a profession that people are not doing now. The referees are almost a scarcity.
Steffi buys time with his feet. He's got a man down near the goal line, and that was Niemeyer, broken up again by the defense. Steffi's probably lucky that wasn't intercepted because the field was spread pretty nicely. If St. John's could have got their mitts on that, they might have been able to run it back a little bit.
I say, as long as they intercept it and don't get a huge run back, it kind of, it's good that St. John's, in this case, dropped it because they get the ball on 26. If you catch it and get tackled, down on the 5 or 6.
They've lost 15,
but
20
you never
yards,
know.
yeah.
You could have caught it and ran it back to the house.
All easy for us old guys up here that have the benefit of soft chairs and a warm press box, courtesy of Josh Clooney, our athletic director here at Minster. Always a pleasure to come up in here.
I didn't get a soft chair.
You didn't get a soft? I'm standing, so I can't sit and do football. I just get too excited.
Really?
Oh yeah. You didn't know that?
The Bills Mafia is coming out of you.
That's right. Nice pass by Holm right up the middle. Beautiful play. Devin Webker breaks that one up, the senior defensive back for the Wildcats.
Was that almost deflected into the secondary receiver then in the backfield? He's trotting back there. I thought maybe he deflected it. The next guy, I can't see his number 12 maybe? Or 11?
10. That's Boggs.
9 was the other receiver. I thought maybe almost deflected into his hands, but
could be.
Doesn't matter.
The intended receiver was Nathan Ditto, number 4, but Devin Webker, nice job breaking that one up because they had a nice one going over the middle.
Yeah.
So 2 receivers left, 2 right, and then Podubny, the single back behind Ohm. See, all these high school teams now pretty much running this spread offense.
St. Mary's doesn't.
Holmes hangs on the ball too long, and Minster's got it. Charlie Schmeezing, nice play right there. That was Brady Wolf comes in and pokes the ball free, and Charlie Schmeezing falls on it. So another Minster turnover, second one of the night. This time sets up the Wildcat offense.
Yeah, great
First
field
and 10
position.
at the 12.
2 fumble recoveries now for the Wildcats on their defense or special teams, and miscues for the St. John's Blue Jays. And again, that one was more normal, if you will. Pressured sack, ball got loose, it was deflected, and then again, you're 2 and 5. Guess what? The ball bounces 6 inches away from the quarterback that tried to reach out and grab it.
Yeah, just couldn't get there, and Schmeezing
it seems like the good
got on
teams
it.
can drop it and recover it, and nothing happens.
Yep.
St. John's gives the ball back on the 12-yard line.
So Minster's going to send Webker far wide out right. Niemeyer just outside the hash. Connor Schmeezing on the left here, number 10. He's going to come in motion. And they're going to give it to him. Nope, they fake it. They fake me out too. Steffi took it on a sneak up the middle. Well, not a sneak, but a draw, basically, quarterback draw. He'll gain the 10-yard line. That'll be a gain of about 2. So the linebackers for this Delphus defense, they react well. They read the play well. And so far, they've done a really nice job of containing the Minster offense.
Yeah, they have. Again, they gave up a couple first downs in the last drive, but then their defense, really their pass defense really became stepped up. But again, Minster had a big holding penalty. It resulted in a 15-yard penalty. But right now it's 1, 2, 3, 4 incomplete passes by Steffi. And really there's not been any major drops. Remember the pass across the middle for a touchdown, about half yard behind the receiver. Could have been 6, but
look for Niemeyer here. Here it comes. Niemeyer turns around, drops it at the goal line. Boy, oh boy, Steffi had him too. Ditto is in coverage for the St. John's Blue Jays. Niemeyer just came out of his break, turned around, bang, there's the ball, but couldn't hang on to it. So 5 incompletions in a row, 3rd and 8 now for Minster from the 10-yard line.
Give credit to Ditto, number 4. I thought his hands were there. I mean, sometimes you make those catches, you think, how did they make the catch? The defense was really in great positioning. Well, today that maybe limited Niemeyer's ability to receive it cleanly and brings up a quick 3rd down already. So again, probably, well, here you don't know. If they don't get it, will they try a field goal, make it a 2 possession?
They're a lot closer, yeah. So now we've got Kaus,
3rd down
Schmeezing and Webker right, Bergman in the tight end position, and then Nemo all by himself. That's James Niemeyer on the left, and now we're going to get another stoppage. And this will be another Seth Whiting timeout. 2 minutes to go before the half. Minster 6, St. John 0 on NKTelco Sports.
We are here and here and here. Minster Bank is everywhere, providing every banking service that you need to keep your financial life in order. Whether you are on the go or stopping by one of our branches, Minster Bank is here for you. We proudly support the communities where you live. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
Unpack your potential with a career at Pratt Industries. Working at Pratt Industries is more than a job. It's a sustainable career.
Pratt Industries to me is a job. It's my career. It's the way I put food on my table, but I love what I do.
We offer competitive pay, excellent benefits, and opportunities for career advancement. To apply, visit careers.prattindustries.com.
Welcome back to Minster. I misspoke coming out of that, into that precision strip timeout. It's 2:08 to go in the first quarter. I got a little excited there. I was thinking, Jeff, that we were done right before halftime. What a quick first half. It's only the first quarter.
It's been a 35-minute quarter. We still have 2 minutes to go. And when's the last time you've seen an offense or a team use all their timeouts in the first quarter?
Right.
The board shows none left for the Wildcats, but there have been some big plays. Coach Whiting wants to make sure his team takes advantage of this opportunity and try to convert here on this possession.
Steffi rolls right. Looking. Great coverage. He's going to have to tuck it and run. And he gets knocked out of bounds down near the 5, well short of a first down. So now it's decision time here for Coach Whiting and the Wildcats. 33 seconds on the play clock. Now that becomes a thing here, Jeff, because we don't have a timeout, so Minster's going to have to make a decision on 4th down. And I see new people coming in, so I'm guessing Steffi's going to try a field goal, 25. Which is interesting because that extra point, the first attempt was botched. It was a bad hold. I don't know if the snap was bad or the hold was bad, but it was bad.
Yeah, that was high, and it was bobbled on a season 2 for 4 for Steffi. He made from 26. He made from 35. He missed from 33. He missed from 35.
This will be a 33-yarder. 32-yarder. Nice kick. Definitely has the distance, and it's good. It's between the uprights. So, with 1:57 to go in the first quarter, Minster capitalizes on Adelphia St. John's sack fumble, kind of a strip sack. And again, that was Brady Wolf in there from his D-line position. Schmeezing the left end, fell on it, and Minster ends up punching in a field goal from 32.
Yeah, it wasn't maybe pretty. I'm sure they wish he could have got 6. What team doesn't want to force a turnover, get it in great field position, and then kind of come back to sidelines and tell your defense, thanks, we could only get 3. I mean, points are points. You'll take them, but in the back of your mind, you got to say, we got to get crisper here. We got to take advantage. We got to put 6s on the board. We can't keep St. John's at 2 and 5 to give them
Can't
hope.
let them hang around. Yep.
They've got a great running back, and if they get a few breaks and can score, and we don't take advantage, and we start kicking field goals and missing extra points, they start scoring touchdowns. Our lead's going to be short-lived.
End of first quarter action over in Coldwater. New Bremen is up 7-0 on a David Holman to Hayden Zeller.
23-yard pass.
23-yard pass and catch. Schaefer with the extra point. Marion Local with just 4 minutes to go in the first quarter, all over the Anna Rockets. 27-0. Marion Local doing Marion Local things.
Yeah, they'll.
Boy, they look good this year. I saw them against Minster. And now we're tied. 8:07 to go in the second. Jack Ebbing punches it in from 1 out, courtesy of my friend Gary Raspberry over at the Daily Standard. Coldwater 7, New Bremen 7. So, boy, oh boy, they got a good one going over there in Coldwater.
Yeah, that's a tough time for Coldwater. Obviously, it's football season. They've had a rough stretch here. They've lost both 750 wins as right
pillars of their baseball community. Yeah,
Coach Hollermert last week, and then Coach Brunswick here within a week or so. That's it's tough to lose anyone, but when you lose 2 guys who have been such instruments to that to that organization, to that school, that community.
Well, didn't Mr. Brunswick help start Acme baseball in Ohio? I think he had a lot to do with that, I read. But 2 really, really wonderful men we've lost in Coldwater.
Yeah, they've gone through a lot here, and it's a shame. So, thoughts and prayers with those people. They affected a lot of families.
You see there, Delphus, kind of a direct snap this time. Nolan Schwinnen, number 25. He started the season at quarterback, broke his hand against the Jeff Cats, the big Delphus on Delphus
inner city
showdown there at Stadium Park. Noah Sweeterman just tattooed him It's like this really nice run, and then bang, Noah Sweeterman pops him right there after a gain of 5, and so Delphus now.
And by the way, that Delphus versus Delphus game, first game, that was an away game for the St. John's Blue Jays.
Right.
Even though they played at their home stadium.
Yeah, somebody has to not be the home team. Nice stop right there. Podubny, the whole D-line. There goes Charlie Schmeezing. He's got 2 hands up. He's having a good time out there. So loss of a yard by Podubny. So one of the keys for the Wildcats tonight was to contain this Delphus run game, and they've done a great job with it.
Yeah, other than that first run of the game where he got 7 yards, It's been 4, -1, 3, 1, 0, 5, 0. So, yeah, Podubny's a great back, as you mentioned, the numbers. I mean, no matter what your wins and losses are, you're getting it done against some good defenses, moving the ball on the ground.
Almost back. He rolls to his left and a little out. Nice comebacker right there. That's Nathan Ditto.
Out of bounds.
And they're going to call him out of bounds. Yeah, he did a nice job of coming back to the quarterback, coming back to the ball. But it went out of bounds, and it is 4th down. So Delphus deep in their own end here. They're at their own 24-yard line. They are definitely going to have to punt this out of here. So Minster's going to send Chase Kaus to his 45. Yeah, he opened, if you weren't here earlier, he opened the game with a kickoff return to the house. Mr. Kaus.
He's
going to say that several more times yet, Jeff.
Again, I've said it before, and you can put dangerous in there somehow, if you want to add a moniker to him. But, almost a bobble to snap, but able to get it away. He's got a chance here.
45, gets away from one guy. We're going to get a hold or a block in the back, and he escapes another guy, and Delphus stopped playing. And Kaus is loose again. He's going to get corralled out of bounds or down inside the 25, but this is coming back.
A tough break. And at first I thought sometimes the referee will throw a beanbag on where possession changed. But that is a flag, or was it the... No, that's not the penalty
that is the
marker.
beanbag, so there is no penalty marker.
Wow.
He was marking the location of the catch.
Yeah, and I've seen that before, but so it turns out to be a good run back for Kaus.
That was strange because you saw Delphus all of a sudden pulled up like there was a whistle or an inadvertent whistle.
Or they
and that was not the case, or thought, there's a penalty, we're stopping. And, that's why they teach these boys play through the whistle.
Or to the whistle at least, yeah.
So Minster with great field position again, as the Delphus miscues kind of pile up here, particularly on special teams. They gave up a kick return for a touchdown. They just gave up a, 10, 20, 32-yard return by Kaus on a punt return. And now we got Will Frimmel off the left hip and the kind of that wing T shotgun formation with Steffi.
And they fumbled the ball twice already.
And he's going to follow Frimmel. He cuts up inside, and Steffi's down near the 15. And now we've got Delphus is saying they've got the ball. You see another beanbag come in. And it is Delphus ball, so a big turnover by the Wildcats. Steffi lost the handle down there at the 15. And the Jays are going to take over 1st and 10. I mean, I'll tell you, what a turn of events there for Delphus, because if Minster gets down there and punches one in the way the Delphus offense is running,
that would be,
it could be a game winner,
Yeah, that really would have put the St. John's Blue Jays in dire needs with the type of offense, long, sustained drives and such. And not going to have much time here at the end of the first quarter. They'll switch sides and come the other direction, but not for sure who knocked it out and all that. We don't have the visibility of that.
Yeah,
but
it was a
play.
big pile, yeah. So, again, spread offense here for... for Grant Ulm, the junior signal caller for Delphus. Podubny behind him. Ulm drops straight back to pass. He's looking to his left all the way. Big high ball. Ditto gets it out at the 34. And that's going to be a completion. Man, that ball hung up there for about a half hour. Almost looked like a punt.
The Ditto was open, and the pass got there, as you said. It took a while, it seemed like, to get there, but it was a long kind of cross-field pass. More importantly, the catch and a first down into the first quarter.
And that will bring the first quarter to an end. So, with one in the books, here on homecoming night in Minster, Paige Bornhorst and Mr. Cooney Nolan.
Yes.
Nolan Cooney are your homecoming royalty. Minster leads 9-0 over Delphus St. John's on NKTelco Sports.
Are you
looking for a rewarding career? Lincoln Electric Automation in Coldwater and Fort Loramie supplies top-of-the-line automation systems to manufacturers. Lincoln Electric Automation routinely develops its team through hiring and by offering advanced technical training. We understand that every employee matters, and every role contributes to the success of our business. We offer advancement opportunities, competitive wages, and benefit packages. Visit LincolnElectric.com and get on track to a better career and a better future.
New Knoxville Supply Company, the supply source for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. We specialize in plumbing products from many name brands, electrical products from replacing a light switch to rewiring an entire house, heating, air conditioning, and geothermal products, sheet metal ductwork, installations, and service. We are now housing more inventory, so all the hardware items you need to complete the job are available right away. New Knoxville Supply. Stop in, call, or check us out online at newknoxvillesupply.com.
Welcome back to Minster High School. Minster 9, Delphus 0, opening kickoff, return for a touchdown, failed extra point, failed two-point conversion, and then a field goal here just before the end of the first. And we have an epic 44-minute first quarter in the books.
Long quarter, 3 turnovers in the first quarter.
3 turnovers, a lot of punts, passes.
4 timeouts.
Podubny picks his balls, and he's going to the house. Let's see if Schmiesing can get him.
That's why he averages 9 yards a carry.
Wow. 65 yards to pay dirt. Podubny, you watch this play develop, Jeff. What a patient runner. He just waited for those blocks to set up, found a seam, and then he's got a passing gear because Connor Schmiesing can fly.
Yeah, Schmiesing is the fastest guy around, and Podubny did not really let him gain any ground.
No.
And wow, that was untouched almost, and a well-run ball by Podubny.
Very patient run. So 65 yards to the west end zone for Clay Podubny.
They give him 15 touchdowns on the season. Again, he came in at 9.2 yards per attempt. That's going to help keep that average up there.
Braylon Metzger now to attempt the point after. Nice job of getting that ball down, little funky snap, and that is up and good. So with your Podubny 65-yard touchdown, St. John's draws second blood. And your score from Minster, 9-7. We'll just go ahead and keep it right here. Man, that was a great play. I can't get over the patience that Podubny showed, waiting for that blocking to set up. He kind of vanished into the scrum, and then all of a sudden just kind of shot out the back out of a cannon, and that was that.
Well, again, you have to know when to dive and know when to, know when to dance, know when to hold him or whatever. Yeah. He waits until he knows what's supposed to happen, so he waits, lets his guys do their business, and when it happens, bam, explosion. He's through.
Quick.
Side, yeah.
For a big boy, too, man.
And his God-given talent, let him capitalize on what his teammates did for him up front.
210, man. He's a big kid, and, man, he's got some jets. And a quick name correction. I mentioned the homecoming king and queen. It's Logan Cooney. My apologies, Mr. Cooney and family. Logan Cooney is your homecoming king, and Miss Paige Bornhorst, your homecoming queen here in Minster. Congratulations to them and to all the court and the attendants. They just looked dynamite tonight. Homecoming, always a nice celebration.
And it was nice to see the weather was nice. I've had some homecomings over the years where it's rainy.
Yeah, all funky and cold, windy.
Umbrellas, and they got rain boots on. I'm like, that is not much fun.
No, this was perfect. The sun was kind of came out from the clouds, had a nice homecoming. So congratulations to the Minster community on that. And so here we go, 11:48. Just getting started in the second.
Well, Todd, because, the first play of the ball game was a kickoff return for touchdown. The first play of the second quarter was a touchdown run of 65 yards.
Touchdown run, yep, you're right.
So we'll see what the beginning of the third quarter starts.
Who knows what's going to happen.
Well, that tightens things up here. Remember, 9-7, Minster, after some great field position, maybe feel like they should have more points on the board, and I got to agree with them.
Yep.
And it's one of those things when they came off the sideline last time. Great job defense on getting us a turnover. Sorry we didn't get you 6. And now here it is back to one possession game. There's respect for House right there. Kick it short so you can cover it much quicker. Don't let Kaus get loose.
That's right. Will Kanapke, sophomore linebacker, running back in the program. Up man, nice job, fields it, 2 hands on the ball, gets it out to the 41, and so Coach Whiting, Brogan Steffi and company are in business. Again, they've had a lot of favorable field position, but Delphus's defense has played really well. They came in here to play pass D, and they've done it.
And given some bad field situations, they've done a nice job keeping their team in the ball game. And boy, that short kick, though, Delphus says, you know what, we're not going to kick it to Kaus. We're going to let you have great field position. At 40,
Kaus has got over 100 yards, return yards tonight between the kick and the punt return.
Yes, exactly. So I guess they'd rather say, We'll give you the ball at the 40.
Yeah, we'll give you 15, but we're not going to give up 50.
Wonder what the penalty is for kicking it out of bounds.
I think they got to start at the 35.
Maybe keep that in mind for the next one.
Frimmel now the only back, and he's going to try to block for Steffi. He tries the left side, and Delphus ready for that. I think Schwinnen came up in support there. Oh, no, excuse me. That is number 50. That's Camden Schaefer. Also in there, Riley Mueller, number 24. So 2nd and 10 now.
Steffi right now 4 of 10 through the air, and those 4 completions came in about his first 5 throws or 6 throws, so he has struggled throwing the ball. You know,
he hasn't had great protection.
No.
Delphus has done a nice job with their 3 down guys getting pressure. They'll bring another linebacker. Now they show
a bunch
6 guys at the line of scrimmage. Let's see if they stay in this.
Yeah, back one off.
5 of them.
Yep.
This is Webker. He's going to get hit right at about the 45. He'll stretch it out to about the 46. Nolan Schwinnen, you see that cast on his right arm. Makes the stop from the safety position. So 5 yards.
And more importantly, a completion, get your confidence back. You know, you don't have.
Yep.
It was a safe throw. Webker's a good receiver. You know, him and Niemeyer are good weapons to have out there. Niemeyer at 37 catches coming in. Webker right behind him a little bit, but at 20 catches on the season. So
Steffi empty backfield, another turnaround. First down for the Wildcats as Webker goes up to get it. Ditto on the coverage there, but again, it's a high percentage, safe throw, like you said, Jeff. Just get a little rhythm, get a little confidence builder, and that's a Wildcat first down, and they are at the St. John's 46. 10-19 to go. Sorry, go ahead.
Nope, just 3rd first down of the game. They've got that great field position. They got 2 on their drive they didn't end up scoring on. So now this one gets them across into Blue Jay territory and can kind of build some momentum, getting those completions, getting a rhythm offense, and Wildcats looking to move here on offense.
Steffi looking the same way. Now he's got Webker way behind the defense. He's going to catch it and fall out of bounds. They're going to spot him at the 22 and say that's a good catch. So, boy, some kind of coverage confusion there on the part of the Jays. And Webker was like standing down there like, hey. And Steffi found him, and he caught the ball first down, Minster at the 22.
He almost, I thought, caught that ball out of bounds.
Close to being out of bounds,
like it wouldn't have counted, but a little bit of miscommunication somehow. And, you got your eyes on Niemeyer. You got to know where he's at, but Webker is so athletic too. You know, he's another can take advantage of those maybe not second string players, but maybe more one-on-one coverage, etc. Yep. Took advantage of big back-to-back catches by Webker.
Niemeyer, Kaus, and Connor Schmiesing, and Brogy's going to read the defense. A little RPO there and take it down inside the 20, upended by Schwinnen. But there's a shot there where Brogy just reads the defense, pulls it down, and runs for 5, almost 6. Call it 2nd and 5 down at the 12.
Not the 12, the 17.
17, excuse me. Can't see. Getting old.
Tell you what, I struggle
that.
with that. On TV, it looks so easy. How come Friday nights I can't tell where the ball is? It's just different. It's hard to see.
Again, empty backfield. Steffi stands in the pocket. He's going to take a little poster over the middle. Schmiesing battles, can't come down with it. Wow. Man, we had a good battle in the end zone. It got tipped by the DB, and then Schmiesing kept his focus on it. Trying to see who was in coverage back there.
Those 2 St. John's players that looked like they were having a chance at it.
Looks like Duke Miller. I'll get it here after
Ethan,
about Druckenmiller. Yeah. Ethan Druckenmiller back there. No, it wasn't either. It was number 9, Connor Gagne. My apologies to all the St. John's. We'll figure it out.
We're trying. But, yeah, it was nearly caught, nearly intercepted as well.
Thought Schmiesing was going to pull that one down. Little bubble screen to Niemeyer, but I'll tell you what, Boggs, number 10, Drew Boggs, the sophomore, was not fooled. Yeah, that's going to be a 2-yard loss. So now Minster in decision time again. The ball is at the 19-yard line, plus 17. That would be a 46-yarder. So I'm going to assume that Coach Whiting is going to send in a play, and they're going to try and pick up this 7 yards.
Yeah, 4th and 6 from the 19. You had 17 yards, I think, on 10 for the end zone, 7 for the spot, 36-yard attempt from this.
Or 36, yeah.
I'm sorry.
I can't math. I said 46.
Okay. Well, I'm
a right-brainer guy. I'm a music guy. Yeah.
You're not paid to add numbers.
I don't do math, yeah. So 5 receivers going out. Steffi empty backfield. Great protection. Steps right. Evades a little pressure, going to pull it down. 20, 15, got to get to the 12. He's going to go to the house. Nice run, Brogan Steffi. Wow, I'm worried about a first down, and he's in the end zone. Nice run, 19-yard. Had all day to throw it. We got a Wildcat that's kind of limping off. That's number 8, Dylan Heitkamp. Was downfield blocking, one of the receivers. Nice job by the Minster receiving corps to recognize that Steffi's coming. The linemen didn't get downfield. That'll happen sometimes when that quarterback hangs around. They did a nice job of protecting. Steffi pulled it down, and a wonderful play there for the Wildcats. And Steffi now on to kick the extra point. Good hold. And that is money. So, with 8:11 to go here in the first half, the Minster Wildcats lead by a score of 16-7 here on NKTelco Sports.
Whether you do business from a corner store or a corner office, there is one asset your business cannot do without: the Internet. Everything from sales and marketing, training and shipping, PR, HR, and R&D, your business relies on a fast, reliable, and secure connection. And now, it's more important than ever to partner with an internet provider you can trust. Get Flight Fiber for Business, backed by local tech support from NKTelco. Call today.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
Welcome back to Minster. Another halftime score, or a halftime score from elsewhere in the MAC. Coldwater up 14-7 on the Cardinals. New Bremen drew first blood, and then 2 touchdowns, 14 unanswered for Coach Otten and the Cavaliers. And they take a 14-7 lead into the locker room at the half. Brogan Steffi getting it done on the ground this time. 19 yards to the east end zone, and now he's going to kick off. And Minster's up 16-7. And I believe this is Gagne with it. He's going to get out of the 20, 25, 30. He's got some room. Around the corner again. And out over the 35. Gets run out of bounds there. Right into the Minster bench.
That sophomore did a nice job. Gagne, beautiful run. Got some great field position. That was a long run and helps his team get back into good field position. Yep. You don't have that
good
fear of it gives your team a chance here. Of course, last time it was a one-play 65-yard touchdown.
Holding on the Blue Jays. That's a killer. You see the flag laying at the 29. That's probably going to start him at the 19. So talk about a long penalty. They were out at the 40. That's a 21-yard penalty net. Ooh, that's tough.
Yeah, that you go from around the 40 back to you're going to be.
They're going to be at the 19, I believe. If that flag was where the spot was, the foul was.
10 yards back
19-yard line.
Okay.
Sure enough. So 8:01. Those holding calls in high school football are brutal.
Yeah, again, these guys aren't getting paid anything, and they're being penalized more than the guys that shouldn't be doing it and getting a paycheck. So I don't understand it, but that's why we're sitting here.
Podubny, the lone back behind Ohm. He's got Ditto, and I believe that is Gagne wide right. 2 receivers left. Give is to Podubny. This time Minster's got his number. Big 72 all up in there. That is Chad Schulze, the junior D tackle.
Good play by
saying,
him.
I don't think so, man. Yeah, erased 4 from the run total for the night on that one. Loss of 3. Let's call it loss of 3. Second down and 13.
Schulze sprained his ankle the game I was at here last time. I believe it was against St. Henry. So missed the game, I think, in there, but good to see him back playing and making a big play against a good athlete.
Absolutely. Now Minster's going to crowd that line of scrimmage. 4 receivers, 3 left, 1 right. Ohm back to pass, looking to his left. He's going to throw one over the middle. Circus catch, I think he got it.
Wow.
Holy cow, had 2 defensive backs on him, and they are going to give him a catch. He caught that on his back. I think that was Ditto.
Yep.
Yeah. Boy, he's had a busy night on offense and defense, and there's a big St. John's first down.
Gagne, number 9, I believe.
Was number 9. Okay, they talked to the Delphus radio guys, Mike Miller, before the game, and he said we're going to hear that name, we're going to say that name a lot, and he was not kidding. So circus catch by the sophomore Gagne. The Delphus uniforms, I'm having a little trouble telling 8s from 9s. Ulm looking right the whole way. And a little comebacker who's got a man at the sticks. I don't think he caught that.
Oh,
they're going to give it to him. Looked like it bounced off their chest. And that's number 8, Ethan Druckmiller. Ditto, Gagne, and Metzger are wide left, and Druckmiller is wide right. Podubny is behind Ulm, and we're 2nd down and 1 for St. John's.
Nice
So
pickup on first down.
Yeah, another nice drive getting going here.
Yeah, they needed it considering the penalty set them back.
They're back up to 2 plays. They're back up to where they would have been without that penalty. So at least they got themselves out of that. And now Ulm with a design run. He's going to try to follow Podubny, and Ulm will pick up about 3.
Be a first down.
And that's all he needed, 1. So.
Yep, good job keeping the ball. Now, a lot of time left here in the first half, but if this drive, because they run a lot, it could eat up some of this clock.
Absolutely.
And Minster won the opening toss of the game. They elected to receive. So
if St. John's can score here, they'll get the ball back after the half.
There could be a couple more possessions yet. There's 6.5 minutes to go, but keep that in the back of your minds. And I suspect Delphus, more of a ground-oriented team, can chew up a lot of clock here.
Boggs is up at the top of the screen now, the far sideline. And we're going to get a little step back to Ditto. Devin Webker does a nice job of getting off the block of Braylon Metzger to make the stop. Otherwise, that could have gone for another St. John's first down. As it is, it went for 7.
Yep, good pickup again on first down. And other than that, actually the drive started with a -3 loss when Schulze tackled Podubny for a -3. Since that time, it's been positive in chunk yards, and they've now advanced it into Minster territory in this drive.
Podubny, the lone back behind Ulm. You got Druckmiller behind the left tackle. All the way down here on the near sideline, that's Braylon Metzger. I'm going to guess that's Gagne in the slot and Dobbs up top. And the give is to Podubny. He bounces off the initial contact, runs through a couple guys, and Podubny's very close to first down yardage. Number 26, Will Kanapke, took a 3-yard ride on the back of Podubny, and he's going to be about a half a football short or maybe a full yard, looking at where the stick is. No, the stick isn't quite right. That ball is across the 46. They need the 45, so it's less than a yard. 3rd down. I wonder if Delphus will consider going for it if they can't pick this up. I'm going to guess we're going to see Schwinnen now, the back behind Ulm. Gosh, I've got this quarterback, Grant Ulm, at 6'3", 170. I'd put him under center and just drive it forward. Here goes Schwinnen now over the right side. Plenty of yardage down over the 40. And boy, oh boy, 7 yards. He needed 1. Noah Schwederman on the stop, but another first down on this great drive by the Blue Jays.
Yeah, they've done a good job avoiding the negative plays. Other than that -3 play, they bounced back very nicely and had some great offense.
Well, they've had mixing it up a little bit. They've had a couple of nice passes.
Yep.
And numerous good runs here as Podubny.
About 3 or 4 passes, about 50-50 split here in this drive. You're right. So keeping Minster off balance a little bit. You got to defend all players on the field, and that spreads it out, and you got some talented running backs, make some plays.
Ditto in the slot right. Gagne and Braylon Metzger left, and it's going to be Schwinnen again. He makes a guy miss over the 20, 15, 10, 5, down inside the 5. Connor Schmiesing saves the day, but boy, oh boy, big first down yardage. And that's actually James Niemeyer with the tackle. Big first down yardage. Holy smokes, from the 37 down to the 4. That's 33 yards for Nolan Schwinnen. So kind of this Schwinnen-Podubny 1-2 punch. Podubny's been on the sideline for the last several plays. He's back in. And it's 1st and goal down at the 5, 32-yard gain. Coach Schulte sends in the play. 2 receivers right.
Touchdown here.
Gagne in motion. Going to be a jet sweep with Podubny leading, but boy, Minster gets off some blocks and stops
penalty.
Gagne. He's still going to get positive yardage, but he had Podubny out there leading, and they're going to get a hold on Delphus. Man, this is painful.
Yeah, that's after all positive things they've done on this drive. That's going to be one they're going to have to overcome.
Move it back to the 13. The flag's laying at the 3.
Okay, I thought the flag was actually in the end zone, so I wonder, how you mark it off if it's 10 yards from the spot. We'll see once where it ends up. It was on the 5. We'll see once what.
So they're out to the 13. So it's 1st and goal from the 13 now. So a net 8-yard penalty. Picked up a couple on the run, but the holding was right at the point of attack. Ditto, that's the man in motion, top of the screen. Gagne's alone on the close hash. Podubny's the lone back, and then they've got Druckenmiller in the wing. Joel Schrader, left tight end, number 12. He'll be blocking for Podubny. Podubny bounces it outside, sheds a couple tacklers. Still unable to pick anything up in there on the tackle for Minster. That's number 9, Adam Rindler. And number 16, James Niemeyer. Clock continues to run, and you said it, boy, it was over 6 minutes when this drive began. And they're down inside of 3 minutes now.
They have chewed up some clock here, and they'd love to come away with points, especially they need 6.
But they only picked up a yard on that. In fact, I think they lost a yard on that because they were at the 13. Well, the scoreboard's wrong. They're down at the 12. So 2 receivers left. That is Braylon Metzger outside of Ditto on the hash. Yeah, we're looking left all the way home, waiting for Metzger. Unable to get anything going in the end zone. Webker with some contact, but I think they're going to say that was not a catchable ball. There was a lot of mustard on that one from Ulm. So 3rd and 13 as you hear the bells of doom ringing in the background here at Memorial Stadium. Big crowd for Minster here tonight. Again, 5-2 coming in here, trying to get a sniff at the they've only got 1 MAC loss. So if Coldwater or Marion can drop one down the stretch, they play each other. Last game of the season. So Minster and New Bremen all still looking for a shot at least a piece of the MAC title. And, man, is that hard to wrestle away from Coldwater and Marion. Ulm's going to throw to his left. He's got a man. It's Ditto, and he catches it. Touchdown, St. John's. What a play. Man, there have been some incredible catches on the part of these Blue Jay receivers tonight, Jeff. Another super concentration catch as that ball's loose as Ditto goes to the ground, keeps it off the grass. The side judge right there signals touchdown, and it is 16-13 pending the extra point.
Well, nice play and a safe pass and a good catch for Ditto. And again, nice drive, took some time, and St. John's did what they needed to do, and that's get points, touchdown, and key extra point here.
And there's your kick. And that kick is good. So a 2:20 to go before half. Again, it's back to a 2-point game. Minster 16. Delphos St. John's 14 here on NKTelco Sports.
Wagner's IGA has been servicing their communities for more than 95 years, spanning 3 generations. Wagner's founded their business on 2 basic principles: excellent customer service and quality products. Visit all our locations and experience the finest selection of deli, fresh meats, and variety of beverage choices. While there, don't forget to check out our vast selection of fresh coffee beans, produce, dairy, and bakery items. Visit Wagner's today in Minster, Fort Laramie, and New Bremen, and check us out on Facebook.
At First National Bank, we are working hard to make your life a little easier. With products like Card Valet, an app allowing you to control your cards with real-time notifications, transaction restrictions, and spending limits. The ability to access your money through 55,000 all-point ATMs across the country, surcharge-free. Live customer support when you need it, and online and mobile banking, allowing you to gain access to your financial information wherever and whenever you like. First National Bank, making your life a little easier.
All right, welcome back to Memorial Stadium. Got a good one here. St. John's in town to ruin homecoming for the Wildcats, and so far they're only 2 points away from doing so. 2:20 to go here before the halftime intermission, and we are going to feature the Minster Wildcat Marching Band at halftime. They're going to do a traditional script cats. It's their kind of their homecoming tradition. Pretty cool with Jen Bear and the Wildcat Marching Band. So make sure you take a quick break. Delphos will march first, and then Minster will take the field to script cats. And here's a kick to the far left. And this is Kaus, and he's going to cross the 25. And, man, he's smoked right there by Podubny at the 27.
Well, good job downfield recovery that time by the St. John's Blue Jays to keep Kaus in the house this time instead of letting him go to the house. But for the last scoring drive, Ditto, that's his second TD catch of the season. And for Ulm, his 3rd touchdown throwing on the season. That, more importantly, brings him back to within 2.
16-14, 2:13 to go is Minster now. Going to start this drive at their own 28. Bergman in the backfield with Brogan Steffi.
And they'll start this drive with no timeouts. Remember, they exhausted all 3 of those.
That's right, in the first quarter, trying to score. Yeah, and they came away with a field goal out of that effort. Steffi drops back to pass. Bergman in there to chip the rusher. Steffi throws it away as he gets hammered going out of bounds. Pressure there from Podubny. He had Druckenmiller chasing. I'll tell you, Delphus has done a nice job of getting pressure on the Minster quarterback.
Yeah, except for the time he ran for the touchdown.
Yeah.
They didn't bring a lot of pressure, and everyone was downfield, and Steffi was able to weave his way through.
Well, and his receivers did such a nice job of blocking on that play.
Yes.
They did a nice job of going from get open to, oh, man, he's running.
Unofficially, I've got Steffi 8 of 16 passing through the air here in the first half.
Bergman off the left hip in the shotgun wing T. Oh, that's Frimmel, sorry. Brogy pulls up. He's throwing downfield. He's got a man on the scene. That is Niemeyer. Bang! Big hit there by Braylon Schaefer. Or Metzger. I always want to call him Schaefer. Braylon Metzger, number 15 on the hit. And I'll tell you, this Delphus secondary has come to play pass defense tonight.
And that was a well-timed hit. I thought Niemeyer had it. I mean, it was catch and then contact.
Yep.
And it was a good, solid hit. I'm glad everyone bounced back up.
It was clean. It was a good hit. Head was up.
Well-timed, but it looked like Niemeyer was wide open and everything but the give the St. John's defender the asterisk there for the key play.
They had him down the seam.
Wow, if they can get a stop here on an incomplete
it's 2
pass.
minutes to go, yeah. If they can force Minster punt, that's enough time to make something happen in high school football.
St. John's has 2 timeouts left.
Steffi's going to go to the left side. It's behind Niemeyer.
Oh, they're going to get what they need.
1:53. That only took 5 seconds off the clock, Jeff. So you said it best, man. Minster's going to have to punt. They send out the punting team. This will be Brady Wolf. And back will go, I'm assuming this will be Gagne, and it is. Connor Gagne, the sophomore, number 9. And he'll go back to about his 40. And
wow,
he will await the Wolf
be
punt.
A huge momentum changer here.
Boy, if they can get any kind of return here, they got 2 timeouts, 1:53 before the half.
And they get the ball to start.
And they get the ball, yes. So, boy, if they could at least get down here and get a field goal. And Wolf, oh boy, that's tough for Minster. He kicks that one out of bounds at about the 45, maybe, or 35 or 40. Very generous spot. Now they're coming back.
Yeah, they're going to line it up, do the math. Remember, you're not a math guy. They'll line up the lines that they have. And
so at the 34-yard line, they're going to put it at the 35. That's where St. John's will take over. Wow, 7-yard punt. Not a good time to put one off the side of your foot. And this couldn't have set up any better for St. John's. Now they've got a lifetime, 146, 1st and 10 at the Minster 35.
And 2 timeouts, like I said. So they've got a lot of time, and they've got to be thinking scoring opportunity here.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I believe that's Podubny behind Ulm. He's got Gagne offset in the slot. Outside of him is Braylon Metzger. Ditto and Boggs up top.
Metzger does have 3 field goal kicks this season, so he's able, if they can't get down in for a score, to try a field goal.
Oh, boy. Just what the Wildcats needed. Will Frimmel says, I got this. Nice play. A little help from Brady Wolf, the punter and linebacker. Yeah, actually, Brady Wolf is in the books as a D lineman, 24.
Metzger, field goal kick. I mentioned he's 3 for 3 this year. He's made 1 in the 20s, made 1 in the 30s, and made 1 in the 40s.
That's nice in high school. Ulm is flushed. Crowd wants a hold, no flag. Oh, and it's intercepted by Niemeyer right at the 40, 30-yard line, and it's Minster slamming the doors. James Niemeyer steps in front of the receiver. Boy, oh boy, what a nice play by the sophomore defensive back. James Niemeyer plays left corner over there. Just jumped in front of the receiver at the last second. I think that was Ditto, the intended receiver. So 1:08 to go now. Minster shuts down that little pressure from the Blue Jays.
For Niemeyer, that's his 4th interception of the season. Minster
he's one of the best in the conference.
Came in with 10 INTs on the season, so they've had an interception now. Niemeyer, his 4th of the season, forced a couple fumbles, or I should say recovered. Yeah, forced to recover 2 fumbles, so they've got earned 3 turnovers here in the first half, and tough break for the Blue Jays. Boy, they didn't. That's the last thing they need. Incomplete pass, take the sack, anything.
Steffi rolls to his right. He's going downfield. Well overthrown. He had Kaus out here. Back in coverage was Braylon Metzger, but Steffi just airmailed that one. I don't know. He may have done that on purpose because it looked like Kaus was pretty well covered.
Well, that's I feel bad for Alm as he was scrambling and, boy, trying to make something happen. And a beautiful play. I mean, he didn't throw it at Niemeyer. Niemeyer made the dive and dove in
Niemeyer
front.
stepped in front of it,
So it wasn't, it wasn't a gift, but still it's a turnover and a tough break for the Blue Jays, they had some momentum. The defense had been playing well. They got a 3-and-out and a 5-second drive? Or just over 5 seconds the last time the Cats had the ball.
So Minster now 2 receivers each side, lone back. That's going to be Justin Bergman. Back goes Steffi. Bergman stays in the block all day to throw. Now he's going to get down the far sideline. He overthrows. That's Niemeyer over there. Nothing doing.
Well, it's 8 of 20 now unofficially. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 incompletes in a row. And you're third down, and there's the do they sound the bell?
I don't think they sound the bell when Minster has the ball.
I thought they did. I thought they didn't just ring the bell, did they? But that's the 3rd and long now. If you're Minster, do you
10,
just run the ball and force St. John's to take a timeout, just to burn a timeout? If not, you're going to keep them. I mean, I don't know. Last time you punt one off your foot for a short kick.
That's what I think they're going to do. Is Steffi's going to RPO. He's got 4 receivers in the formation plus a tight end. Empty backfield. He's going to stand back here and watch, roll, buy time, burn time. Now he's going to pull it down 30, 35, 36, short of the first down, but now the clock runs under 50, and St. John's does burn a timeout.
And maybe did
they not? No, they started the clock again. The clock had stopped.
Boy, they're not going to. Well, now they lost some time.
Now St. John's burns a timeout. They lost about 9 seconds, 8 seconds. The clock stopped with 49 seconds to go. And then started again because nobody called timeout. We'll just go ahead and keep it here. 16-14 Minster. And it's 4th and 5.
Well,
and they're going to go ahead and punt, and hopefully they can get a good one off and keep St. John's on their side of the field and just play defense.
That was a little bit of weird time management there. I mean, a lot of things going on. I thought St. John's would have jumped all over the quick timeout, saved themselves 8 or 9 seconds, and it didn't happen, but definitely a punting situation now for the Cats, and I'm sure Wolf is anxious to try again here. He wants to redeem himself, and last time he was under some pressure, I felt. Almost thought maybe it didn't get touched, but there was some pressure, so maybe he can straight leg one now, or get one east and west, if you will. That one almost went directly south up to us.
Right off the side of his foot. Fort Recovery at Parkway tonight. 5:50 to go before halftime there. Fort Recovery 12-0 over Parkway. This one's going to be out of bounds also, but much further downfield, probably around the 35, 37 by the time this official gets things lined up.
Well, good job keeping it away from Gagne. As much job, again, last time maybe too much concentration or focus on trying to kick it away from Gagne and just flat out shanked it. This time much better. And we'll give the St. John's Blue Jays a longer field to go here with 35 left in the half.
Absolutely. They're 1st and 10 at their own 42. 35 to go, as Jeff said. 16-14, Minster with the lead on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard as we work our way slowly to halftime.
An hour and 15-minute first half so far here in Minster. The first quarter took 44 minutes.
Back goes Ulm. He's got Podubny there to block, a little pressure, and Will Frimmel gets home, and that's exactly what Minster needed right there. Will Frimmel having himself a game. He's got a couple of tackles for loss, at least 1 sack. I want to say maybe 2. And now St. John's going to have to hurry. 16 seconds. I mean, this is basically going to be their half. As Ulm looks to the sideline. 4 receivers out in the formation.
Let the clock run out. You're going to get the ball to start the third quarter.
Podubny right up the middle. Picks his way through, gets back to the original line of scrimmage, gains maybe a yard, and that's going to do it for the first half. Minster Wildcats 16, and the Delphus St. John's Blue Jays 14.
Wagner's IGA has been servicing their communities for more than 95 years, spanning 3 generations. Wagner's founded their business on 2 basic principles: excellent customer service and quality products. Visit all our locations and experience the finest selection of deli, fresh meats, and variety of beverage choices. While there, don't forget to check out our vast selection of fresh coffee beans, produce, dairy, and bakery items. Visit Wagner's today in Minster, Fort Laramie, and New Bremen, and check us out on Facebook.
At First National Bank, we are working hard to make your life a little easier. With products like Card Valet, an app allowing you to control your cards with real-time notifications, transaction restrictions, and spending limits. The ability to access your money through 55,000 all-point ATMs across the country, surcharge-free. Live customer support when you need it, and online and mobile banking, allowing you to gain access to your financial information wherever and whenever you like. First National Bank, making your life a little easier.
Welcome back to Memorial Stadium here at Minster. They're going to put 3 more minutes on the clock for warm-ups as the teams have exited the locker room. And we are back, and we're going to throw it over to Jeff Henchen. He's going to share with you how we got to this halftime score of Minster 16, Duffield St. John's 14.
Okay, for the first half, St. John's Blue Jays earned 7 first downs. Minster had 5 first downs. Rushing the ball, St. John's 20 attempts, 117 rushing yards. Minster 10 attempts, just 52 yards rushing the ball. Passing, the St. John's Blue Jays were 5 of 11 through the air for 65 yards and an interception. And Minster was 8 of 22 for 53 yards through the air, no interceptions. Total offense, St. John's 182, Minster 105. St. John's had 3 turnovers in the first half. Minster had 1. And individual leaders go like this. Rushing first half, St. John's, Clay Padumdi, 10 attempts, 77 yards, leads them. For Minster, Brogan Steffi, 9 rushing attempts, 55 yards. Receiving, St. John's, Nathan Ditto, 3 catches, 39 yards. And for Minster, Devin Wepker, 3 receptions, 37 yards. Those are your key stats and the most important stats of the night. The scoreboard, 16-14. The Wildcats got 9 in the first. And then the St. John's came back with 2 touchdowns, and Minster added 1. And that is where we're at, Scott, here. A 2-point game, 16-14. And quick
got a good one.
Yeah, kind of. We opened up with a surprising long kickoff return touchdown by Chase Kaus. And then opened the second quarter. Clay Padumdi ran for 65 yards. So I said, let's see what happens the first play of the third quarter. But in between there, he did have 4 turnovers. I felt the big one by the St. John's, their last one, really hurt them near the first half. Had the ball in
yeah, that was territory. A tough one.
And the other one.
But they still managed to punch one in here. So
yeah, it just comes down to if you lose, you're gonna look back and say, boy, if we don't do this, we don't do that.
Right.
If you win, you just nod your head and you go on. But 4 turnovers in the first half, 3 by St. John's, and St. John's will get the football to start the second half. So see if they have a chance here to take the lead.
All right, and so you see out there at midfield, the officials getting things set. St. John's will receive. And we got us a good one here. Last score I saw from Coldwater, the Cavaliers stretched their lead over the New Bremen Cardinals 21-7. That's early in the third. Blasingame with his second 1-yard touchdown run of the evening. So it sounds like Coldwater's putting some nice lengthy drives if they're running it in from 1 yard out. Doing Coldwater things. Also around the MAC, halftime Fort Recovery 20-7 over Parkway. Also at the Hat, Versailles 13, St. Henry 9, so a tight one there. And those are the scores I have from the MAC. We will continue to pass those along as we get them. And the last half a second runs off the clock. So a lot of things yet to be sorted in the MAC.
Yeah,
if New Bremen can't come back and take care of Coldwater, that's going to give them 2 MAC losses. And if Minster can take care of St. John's, that would actually put Minster up there ahead of New Bremen in the conference. And then those 2 teams will see each other
next week
in New Bremen. In fact, I will have the call from Cardinal Stadium. That's going to be a good one. Running game versus passing game. That'll be an interesting one. The battle of Route 66, big rivalry. These 2 schools like to beat one another in sports. And the last couple of seasons have gone the way of the Cardinals, and on the football field, on the volleyball floor. But I'll tell you, Minster's got it going on here with a young group of sophomores, a couple of juniors.
A lot of underclassmen.
Yeah, a lot of young talent here in this football team, yeah.
I mean, it takes all positions, but when you get that consistency and people that can do the task, it does help your rhythm. And remember, this team that did not earn a Ohio High School Athletic Association win last year.
That's right. Yeah, they were 1-9. They had that win against the Columbus something. I can't remember what they were called. But
there's like a charter. I don't know what the word was, but they weren't recognized. But nonetheless, they've got 5 wins tonight and, have their hands full here. surely would love to get a W here. And then they got 2 big ones at, like I said, at Bremen and then back at home against Versailles. So they have a record-wise some very tough opponents. And
they do.
Right now, first things first, St. John's trying to get their 3rd victory of the season and would help them in their endeavors to make Week 11 football as well.
And this will be Gagne with it. He's going to cross 15-20, cuts up inside over the 30, gets through the wedge, and then brought down there. Nice tackle by number 8, I believe. Good to see him back out there for Minster as he hobbled off on the Steffi touchdown run. Dylan Heitkamp, number 8, the sophomore. And Gagne sets up the Jays, but we've got another holding call on a kick return. That's the second really nice return by Gagne that's going to get pulled back. The flag lays at the 28, so that'll probably start the Jays up at the 18.
Yeah, back-to-back here. Seems like they've done that near the end of the first half. Had a good kickoff return, but then it was kind of – now they did
sometimes there's a reason that kickoff return is good.
Yeah, you got to think that maybe that
was at the point of attack. Yeah. So, St. John's will be 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line. But again, that last time that happened, that drive resulted in a good outcome. And at the end of 3 quarters now, Fort Recovery stretching the lead 27-7 over the Parkway Panthers, and that game is being played out in Rockford. So 2 receivers on each side. Lone back is Podubny. They'll give it to Podubny up the middle. He bounces left, makes a guy miss, out over the 25, 26-yard line. Gain of 6. Gain of 7 on the play. Call it 2nd down and 3.
Podubny had a good first half. Of course, that was aided with a 65-yard touchdown run, 10 carries, 77 yards. And that clarifies average coming in. Still a very good average. I misstated it. It's 7.7, I think, coming into this game, which is still great. And that's right at a season average is what he did in the first half, 7.7.
Yeah, I gave you the wrong statistic. 9 touchdowns and 7.7 yards per carry, not 14 and 9.2. Marcel Blasingame of Coldwater, and now we've got a nice little swing pass over the right side. And that's a big St. John's first down. They go for 16 yards, 15 yards out to the 41.
Well, first down, they had 7 of those in the first half compared to 5 for the Wildcats. And again, they've overcome that penalty that pushed decent field position back to not so good, and they're right back to kind of where they almost would have been had that penalty not been called.
Absolutely. Gagne was the receiver on that first down. He's on the slot far side of the field. Ditto in the slot here, and
that didn't look good.
Yeah, there was a miscommunication. It looked like they were trying to decide RPO or not, and Podubny is smothered. Brady Wolf, Chad Schultze back there for the Wildcats, so they're going to give Podubny forward progress to the 37.
And that was still a loss though.
4.
I mean, it could have been. He just ran into each other in the backfield and kind of almost treated like a penalty, except you lose the down here. So now it's 2nd and 14 and have to dial up something here to get some positive chunk yards and make it 3rd and short.
Nathan Ditto on the near hash. Outside of him is Braylon Metzger. And now Ohm will look to the sideline to get the play. He's got Gagne in the slot on the far side, and I think that's Dobbs up top. Podubny stays back to throw or block Ohm, and he's picked off over the middle. And this is a returnable interception as Minster's number 26, Will Kanapke, settles in that zone defense. I don't think Ohm ever saw him. And boy, does that change things now for the Wildcats with 9:46 to go. First turnover of the second half. 3rd turnover of the night committed by the Jays. 4th turnover of the night, excuse me. Yeah, there was that late interception in the first half.
2 fumbles and now 2 interceptions, and tough break for them as they had started out, getting some momentum, and then that loss of yards. It seems like negativity just multiplies quicker, and back-to-back negative plays and interception gives the Cats the ball to 31.
So Steffi with Justin Bergman off his right hip, 2 receivers to the left, plus a tight end over there, Schmeezing. And Minster in business at the St. John's 31. Webker, and he guilty of looking upfield. There was a DB bearing down on him. Webker took his eyes off the ball as Braylon Metzger was coming up to make the tackle, and that'll fall incomplete. Minster's tried to run like a little screen pass a couple different times tonight, and St. John's has done a really nice job of snuffing that out. This time they're unable to complete. So Webker will be in the slot again. Outside of him is James Niemeyer, the sophomore, number 1 target for Steffi all season. Niemeyer is. 2 tight end set. Niemeyer design runs, going to follow Bergman's block up the middle. Finds a crease down near the 20, very close to first down yardage. I think he's going to have just enough. That'll be 10 yards in a literal cloud of dust there. That's a Minster Wildcat first down near the St. John's 20, call it the 21.
A nice run by Steffi, and again, positive yards and open up the drive on that good, after the pass and completion, able to get a good first down, new set of downs as they approach the red zone. For Kanapke, that interception for him in that last possession was his first of the season. And for the Wildcats, I believe that's number 12 on the season.
Yeah, 12 interceptions. That's outstanding in 8 games. That's excellent. Brogy, another design run. This time they're going to go to the right. He's going to bounce it outside of his blocker, and he's going to grind it down inside the 15 to the 13, and that's a gain of about 7. 8.
A 10-yard run and an 8-yard run. Again, now second and short, and boy, a big possession here.
Well, Minster's running out of these passing sets, so they're mixing things up a little halftime adjustment there. You know, the passing game hasn't been
crisp,
scintillating, crisp, if you will, so they run the same formation, but this time the quarterback runs, and the back is blocking. You see Will Frimmel in there off the right hip of Steffi. Now he's going to go to the left side.
8 of 22 were the catch. Remember that through the air in the first half. Not very good, and only 53 yards.
Yeah, St. John's is able to pressure him pretty well. And again, Frimmel's going to lead block. Steffi bounces outside him inside the 10, and he is down to the 7. And that's another Wildcat first down. So Minster getting it done on the ground, and Nolan Schwinnen getting up pretty gimpy. Don't want to see that for St. John's. Very, very good safety on that defensive side of the ball.
He's already got a cast.
Yeah,
you mentioned he broke his arm on his right, and he gingerly hobbles off. So
wish the best for him. Hopefully just shake it off and be all right. Number 54, Alex Herron, will come in and replace Nolan Schwinnen. Minster breaks the huddle. They're going to keep Will Frimmel in on the left side. Webker Nemo on the far left. Same formation, double tight end set. Schmeezing on the left, Brady on the right. And they've been running out of this formation the whole way. They threw one little pass to Webker that was dropped. Steffi's going to follow Frimmel. He goes right inside his block, and he's met in the hole. And Podubny slammed the door. And Camden Schaefer also in there on the stop for the Jays.
Yeah, they sucked that right up right away as good contact and didn't give Steffi a chance at all to break tackles. A good wrap and drop for 0 to maybe a 1-yard pickup.
Yeah. Well, Steffi's game isn't going to be break tackles. You know, he goes 5'9", oh, wait a minute. 6'1", 165, pretty slender kid. But he can certainly cut and make you miss, and he's got some wheels. But again, when you're met in the hole by one of those St. John's linebackers, I'll tell you, it's one of the best linebacking groups in the MAC. That is tough sledding. So Kaus on the near hash, Webker outside of him, Niemeyer up top. Justin Bergman is the back in the shotgun wing tee, and we're going to get a little comebacker to Webker. Makes this guy miss, falls forward to the 5, so it'll be 3rd down and goal. Yeah, that was a designed play for Webker to make his guy miss, but Ditto hung in there and got a shoestring tackle that saved a touchdown.
Yeah, those button hooks or those spins where Webker, again, is quick. Good play by Ditto to get enough of the shoestring, or else Webker scoring a touchdown.
So 3rd down and goal from the 5. You got to believe this is going to be 4-down territory for Coach Whiting, especially with the defense getting 4 turnovers. You got to feel pretty comfortable. If you don't get the touchdown here, you're going to have St. John's deep, and maybe your defense can do it again. Bergman lines up in the left wing. Empty backfield for Steffi. I bet they run out of this. He's going to go left side, and he cuts it up in the middle. In the house, touchdown. Nice call. Calls his own number. And that's Steffi's 2nd touchdown on the ground, this time from 5. And Minster takes their first drive of the second half and off of the interception.
Yeah, great field position.
Yeah.
He mentioned Steffi's not going to run people over,
right.
But you see when he saw the hole how he was going left and bam, right. There was
so
no
quick on that cutback, yeah.
He didn't need to send a telegraph. He went digital electronically, and bam, he split it.
I see what you did there, yep.
Yeah, I tried to tie in the length of time it takes to change your direction. He did it quickly, and boy, almost untouched.
So Versailles now stretching it out 19-9 over St. Henry, just about the end of the 3rd. And Steffi's kick is good. And so with 6:12 to go here in the 3rd on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard, Minster 23, Duffield St. John's 14 here on NKTelco Sports.
Today's households are using more connected devices than ever before. TVs are streaming, smartphones are browsing, security cameras are watching, and virtual assistants are, well, assisting.
You'll need an umbrella today.
As you add more devices, we are constantly improving our technology to deliver the fastest and most reliable internet to your home. So make sure you have enough bandwidth.
Get NKTelco high-speed internet with speeds up to 1 gig. Call 1-888-NKTelco today.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement.
We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip, doing the exceptional.
Welcome back to Memorial Field. I think it's Memorial Stadium at Minster High School. And the Wildcats now with a 9-point lead again, 23-14 over St. John's, courtesy of a Will Kanapke interception near midfield. Minster started that drive around, I want to say the 36 of
31.
St. John's, 31. Okay, the 31 of St. John's. Excellent field position. And with the exception of 2 passes to Devin Webker, Brogan Steffi keeps that ball on the ground, calls his own number on 3rd and goal from the 5, takes it in, and then he follows that up with a PAT.
Yep,
here we go.
Touchdown on the ground for Steffi, his number 13 of the season. He came in with 11. He had one earlier in the first half, and again, the turnover bug has bit the St. John's Blue Jays earlier on. It seemed like they had momentum and a chance to take the lead. And
Braylon Metzger breaking away left side, crosses midfield. Minster trying to keep that ball away from Gagne because he's had some good returns, although they've been pulled back by holding. But Braylon Metzger says, you go ahead and kick it at the up, man. I got this. I'll show you what we got here.
No penalties.
Yeah,
so
no penalties this time. Metzger doing a nice job.
Into Minster territory, so great field position here. And again, you need to respond. This is their biggest deficit they've had all night. It's 9. That was back in the first quarter. They responded.
This is the 3rd time they've been down 9, and they've answered. So 2 backs now behind Ulm. Looks like Schwinnen and Podubny, so that's good news to see 25 back out there. You see Braylon Metzger on the left side. I'm going to say that's Gagne up top. And it's going to be a run right up the middle, little dive play. And, man, leg drive, holy smokes.
Is Nick Chubb out there or what?
There you see it, boy. Clay Podubny is all man. Holy cow. That was all him, 5 yards. Oh, that was not Schwinnen in the backfield. I think that was Druckenmiller. Now Schwinnen's in the backfield. He'll be directly behind Grant Ulm, who's in the shotgun. 3 receivers now on the right side. Another update from Coldwater, 27-21. Coldwater over New Bremen. Got a good one over there.
Got a good one here, too.
We sure do. Lots of good football. I mean, we're blessed around here in this football conference, the MAC. Ulm looking to set a screen. Almost intercepted. It is!
26.
Kanapke's got his second. Went right through the hands of Brady Wolf, dropped on the hands of Will Kanapke, and man, Ulm threw that into 2 defenders. Looked like they were trying to get a little screen.
Yep, they had pressure come through, let them go, and the pass just mishandled, and boy, St. John's,
Minster's got the chance now to really put the dagger in. If they can get down there and score again, that's going to put them up by 16. And again, this Delphus offense more geared for the run game, although they've had a little bit of success throwing the ball. But
it's been a little bit of everything, and they've played clean. It's just they have not the turnover bug. I mean, 3 in the first half, 5 in a game, and I hate to say it. There's maybe unfortunately I don't know all their stats, but you're 2 and 5. Nothing to bounce. The fumble they had in the first half, quarterback couldn't get it back and bounces away. Here it goes through 2 Minster players, falls in the lap of Kanapke. So the break's just not bouncing the Blue Jays' way.
Steffi empty backfield, waits to pass, plenty of time. And it looked like he thought that his receiver, Andy Peppelman, was going to try to break down field. And Steffi floated it out there. But again, good pass defense. I'll tell you, St. John's has played good pass defense for the most part. I know they've given up 23. Now 6 of those came on that kick return. And then there was a field goal. So 9 of those 23 points had nothing to do with the pass game, but then Minster has kind of flipped it around a little bit, started to get their ground game going primarily with Steffi. Two rushing touchdowns. And
his last drive was much of it was him on the ground as the passing game, 9 of 25 now.
I think Minster wants to open it up now and try and get a score downfield, really put some pressure on St. John's. 3 receivers left. Steffi's going to follow Bergman, cuts it back inside over the 40, 45, 50. Look at how shifty he is down inside the 45. Somebody wants to win a ball game tonight. Brogan Steffi dragging guys all the way to the 42 of St. John's. Holy cow.
Well, you mentioned being slashy and flashy, but there he had contact, and you see his legs. He drug the pile a little bit further to the east. So
yeah, Braylon Metzger was hanging on him. I mean, that young man goes 5'10", 155, and Steffi just drug him 5 yards.
24-yard change of field position. It went from 36 to the 42. So if my math is right, that's 26-yard or 24-yard run.
It's a simple dive left, dive right. They use their back to seal the end. And their backs, Bergman and Frimmel have been doing a nice job of blocking. Steffi just cuts up inside that, just waits for the seam to open. Kid's got good vision on the field. Empty backfield, looking at Schmeezing, little swing pass. Now he's going to move right and he's going to pull it down as pressure comes in. And he will get hit, maybe laid out of bounds, very close. No flag.
Gets a couple yards to avoid disaster, but does get connected or contacted as he went out of bounds, but he does pick up a couple yards.
I feel like Minster's looking downfield. They want to throw the dagger. But again, Delphus, nice job on the back end of the defense covering.
Yeah, it's been
the run has been what's gashed him tonight.
Mm-hmm. Yep, it's that again, the defense, if you will. They didn't give up the first touchdown, special teams, and then the defense has been given some short fields to defend. And then, their offense gives it back 5 times. Yeah. So it's been unfortunate. The scales are not in the defensive favor of the St. John's Blue Jays.
Steffi right downfield. He's got a man behind the defense. That's Kaus, and he will be brought down inside the 10. Another touchdown saver. That was Braylon Metzger. But Kaus got behind the defense. Steffi saw it right down the middle of the field, hit him in stride. Nice pass. Big Minster first down. It's 1st and goal Wildcats, so they are looking to slam the door on this one. 4:07, clock's running, 4:05.
Bill, that's the 10th completion of the ball game for Steffi, and maybe the biggest one is you start thinking about closing the door on the Blue Jays. Still a fourth quarter and some of it here in the third, but boy, that 10th catch, a big one, a 33-yard pickup, and right in stride, and has Wildcats inside the red zone at the 7.
Looking on Twitter.
Couple guys open.
And there it is, Ethan Wolf, the tight end. Steffi hits him in the back of the end zone, just flat out beat his man. And again, they have not thrown to a tight end, maybe once tonight to Wolf. And this time he sneaks out on his right side of the line of scrimmage. He's been run blocking most of the night. And the defense he beat his man, flat out made a football play. Steffi found him. And now Minster stretching it out, 29-14, pending this extra point.
I don't know who the defender was for St. John's, but he had 2 guys that kind of came to him and split. One went left, one went right. He had a no-win situation there, so Wildcats take advantage of the opportunity.
And there's another extra point made by Steffi. So with 3:39 to go here in the third period, Minster 30, Delta St. John's 14, here on NKTelco Sports.
At Wilson Health, we're extending care beyond the walls of the hospital, with resources designed to keep you in charge of your health.
Our independence and connection to the community are unique in a world where big healthcare strives to act like corporations.
Our tools may be the same, but we are different.
We're neighbors, friends, and family who truly care about the people who live here.
We call it caring without limits, and it's just the beginning of a whole new Wilson Health.
CarriageWorks has expanded and now can hold up to 25 cars in our service bay. CarriageWorks thrives on customer satisfaction. We accomplish that by providing top-of-the-line technology. CarriageWorks now uses a laser beam system to measure down to the millimeter of factory specs to better service you and get you back on the road. CarriageWorks has a brand new top-of-the-line paint booth that uses waterborne paint. There's no job too big or too small for CarriageWorks. We're certified collision specialists. Come in and see us today.
Welcome back to Minster High School. Coldwater stretching out on the Cardinals, 35-21 early in the fourth quarter. So if that holds and this holds, that means Minster comes into New Bremen next week. 1 game ahead of the Cardinals in the MAC. And I think at the start of the season, if somebody would have told me that, I would have chuckled.
Well, yeah,
but,
again.
Minster is really Coach Whiting has got things cooking here in the right direction.
And last drive, a 7-yard catch from Wolf, his third receiving touchdown of the season. It came from Steffi, who now has connected on 12 touchdown passes on the season. But back-to-back touchdowns here for the Wildcats have really opened up this margin here against the Blue Jays.
9 on 9. Adam Rindler sticks Gagne right at the 20-yard line. And that's going to be 1st and 10 Jays. And I was looking down here at the Minster sideline, and there's a young man who wears jersey number 42 standing down there on the far right. And I thought, boy, that young man's pretty tall. I'm going to look and see what that says. Number 42, Cole Albers, freshman, 6'7", 210. In the program as a D lineman and tight end.
I see him standing
Hannah
down there.
Banana, man. He's a head above everybody.
And just a freshman.
Yeah, Cole Albers. Wow, big boy. Anxious to see what he looks like on the field. But we've got work to do here. And this is Wildcat. Looks like direct. No, it is Ulm still. Sorry. And he's going to roll right. Fake handoff. Minster in the backfield. Frimmel's got him. Frimmel and Adam Rindler. Yeah, that's a sack. He's going to lose 2.
Yeah,
Minster now starting to kind of crank up the pressure.
The defense is, the offense is producing. The defense now can say, hey, we've given you some great field position. We've done this. Earn your place to stay tonight, if you will. And, and they've done that.
So, second half has been flawless for Minster.
When you score touchdowns, everyone gets a little bit more fired up. The adrenaline starts rushing, and everything. You don't walk away thinking, man, we left some points on the field.
Frimmel right up the middle. He's got Ulm at the 5, at the 10. Oh, escapes somehow. Houdini over the 15, back up near the 20. He's still going to lose
a
couple yards.
Yep. Just the loss of yards won't be as great as what it looked like it was going to be.
Actually, I think he got back to the line of scrimmage. Man, Will Frimmel had him dead to rights back at the 10. Nope, now they're going to chalk him up as a yard loss.
No, you got to get the sack in.
So Gagne, Ditto, and Metzger on the left side. Got one back behind Ulm. Think that is Podubny. So Delphus up against it here.
Yeah, tough 3rd and 12, 3rd and 13. You're in your own territory. You've had 5 turnovers already.
Ulm's got Dobbs, and there's another interception. This is James Niemeyer right at midfield. Boy, he just read that beautifully. Got inside the receiver. It was a nice pass. But Niemeyer just had the angle, had the position, was inside the receiver. That's where the ball came. And really, Dobbs had no shot at it. Niemeyer takes it away. And so Minster, with their 6th turnover of the night, that is 3 interceptions here on 3 Delphus St. John's drives. And when you force a team that doesn't pass incredibly well to throw because they're behind, this is what happens. And that's that stone rolling downhill, Jeff.
Yeah, the dominoes are falling, and they're just one after the other. Niemeyer now, he had 1 earlier in the game. His second one here, that gives him 5 on the season. Interceptions, and again, they came in with 10 interceptions on the season. I'm almost losing track how many they had this game. I think it's 4. 4 interceptions.
Yeah, they started with 10 picks. And Steffi's going to go in the books as a long sack as he slips, dropping back. Versailles now up 26-9. A lot of field goals in that game against St. Henry. Have not seen a Marion local score since early in the evening. They were up 27-0 over Anna in the first.
Well, the finals already here. We still have a quarter to go in this one.
Fort Recovery wins. I don't have a final score, but I see on Twitter they've won.
33-7 over Parkway.
All right, 33-7. So congratulations to Coach Brent Niekamp and the Fort Recovery Indians on their win over Parkway.
Marion local 48, Anna 0 ball game.
And Steffi now finds room up the left side over the 45 down into the inside the 45 to the 43. So 3rd and 17 turns into 4th and 3. Yeah, I'm assuming they're going to disrespect this Delphus St. John's offense and go for it here.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Oh, it's 3rd and 3. Yes. Sorry, that was 2nd and 17.
Yeah,
my apologies.
My notes. I thought, wait, you had to.
Yeah, I missed one. Yep. I looked at the scoreboard. They had already changed the down, but not the to go. And I whiffed on that. My bad.
Pretty, good situation here. The ground game has been clicking. This is.
Yeah, Steffi's had a great night running the ball. That was 14 yards.
Yep.
7, 6, 5 on the play clock. Minster's got to get the play off. They do. Brogie's going to run it right up the middle. Safe play down over the 40. That's a Minster first down. And that'll probably end the quarter The 40-second clock hasn't even started, and the play clock
will start once they
stop,
reset.
yeah,
So they'll flip
for the first
fields,
down.
and much quicker third quarter than the first quarter. But a lot of ground and pound for the Wildcats has kept the clock moving, and they consume much of that third quarter, that 12-minute period time of possession. Minster in favor, a couple defensive interceptions by Wilkenapke and also Niemeyer.
So at the end of 3, on homecoming, the Minster Wildcats up big over Delta St. John's 30-14 on NKTelco Sports.
Kemmler Orthopedic Center is focused on a personalized, caring approach to treat all aspects of orthopedics, including total joint replacement, shoulder reconstruction, stem cell injections, and more. Dr. James Kemmler and Jed Cooney, certified PA, are dedicated to providing the best orthopedic care in the Grand Lake region. Kemmler Orthopedic Center has offices located in Salina and Van Wert, along with extended evening hours. To schedule an appointment, call our office at 419-586-5760.
We are here, and here, and here. Minster Bank is everywhere, providing every banking service that you need to keep your financial life in order. Whether you are on the go or stopping by one of our branches, Minster Bank is here for you. We proudly support the communities where you live. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
Welcome back to Minster. Wildcats on the move again. First down at the St. John's 37. Brogan Steffi back to pass, eludes some pressure. He's got Niemeyer behind the defense. He catches it, goes out of bounds inside the 10. And man, that's an awful push out to the track, and that's going to be half the distance on a personal foul. A little frustration there. Can't be doing that, man. I mean, Niemeyer was almost on the track when he got pushed. Not cool.
A little bit of frustration, although the penalty yards won't be excessive, but it'll be added on to what
would have been a first down anyhow,
probably,
but now it's going to be closer. It'll be down inside the 5.
Yeah, he went out of bounds where? Maybe around the...
About the 9?
9?
8. Looks like the officials got it marked at the 8 for the time being.
So around the 4.5 on a penalty. So beautiful pass and catch.
Yeah, it sure was. He caught Niemeyer behind the defense. Holding on the defense.
Oh, that's okay. There's a couple
so
penalties.
2 penalties here, yep.
And there's a personal foul.
Personal foul on the defense. That'll be accepted.
Again, half the distance, though, I believe, so.
They'll probably spot this at the 4. So, like you said, not a huge, consequences type situation, but
yeah, just again, the
defense. Frustration.
Yeah, it's tough. You're battling, and obviously things aren't going your way. And
well, St. John's, I mean, they've been held scoreless here in the second half. Every drive has been resulted in a turnover and interception.
Three interceptions here in the half, all on the all 3 drives resulted in INTs, and they'd been moving the ball. It's like you kept thinking that it was going to be a nice drive, and they just lost the bounce and the tip, and 3 turnovers here to start the second half. Still a lot of conversation going on as to, unless they're trying to divide the yards to go by 2.
Yeah, they're still sorting out where they're going to spot the ball. I'm not sure what they're talking about.
I mean,
so we got an official at the 9, so they're going to have to put that at about the 4.5. I mean, it's not real hard math. I'm not sure what we're doing here.
Well, yeah, I don't mean to make fun of them. I don't know. I'm just curious. Wonder what's down to the 3. So hard telling where he went out of bounds at.
2.5 yard lines where they're going to spot it.
So
first and goal, Minster. So this is really going to get.
So it's on the 3 basically because it would be considered the 3 yard line because they haven't gained the 2. It is in between the 3 and the 2, but. Yeah, this is the longest.
Webker's out wide, Schmeezing inside of him, Kaus inside of him, and then Niemeyer on the left side all by himself.
Prediction.
Looks like Frimmel. I think Frimmel's going to get the ball here, right up the middle. Let the big dog eat.
Yeah, I just don't know. Well, of course, Coach Schulte, unless they're talking him way over there on the far top of your screen.
Oh, yeah, they are. The officials explaining or discussing what the call is.
Again, I just didn't see anything that was.
Yeah, I'm not understanding what the confusion or the controversy is. It was an easy personal foul call, and it would be half the distance. It just depends on where they marked Niemeyer out, and then you just go halfway from there. So he must have been around the 6 or the 7 when he went out of bounds. So the official had been standing at the 9 most of the time. So it looks like we got things sorted out. Now we're going to get a stoppage. See, the official will tell us what's going on. Somebody's calling timeout.
Well, the play clock hasn't started yet, so
they've just backed the players away from the ball.
Minster still has 40 seconds or whatever the game clock is going to be, or 25. I'm not sure what they'll reset it to. 25. There.
All right, so first and goal from the 25. Kaus, Schmiesing, and Webker in that order. Away from the line of scrimmage on the right for the Wildcats. Frimmel off the right hip of Steffi. I'm guessing the big dog's going to get it. And the big dog's going to block for Steffi, and he's going to find the end zone. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. As you see, Blue Jays driven deep into the end zone as the offensive line for the Wildcats gets the big surge. Now let's run those numbers down again. Number 50, Ian Holman. Number 51, Gabe Bornhorst. Number 55, Keaton Sharp. Number 74, Fletcher Luthman. And number 76, Nick Winter doing the road grading down there. And Minster's in for the score. So Wildcats taking advantage of 3 interceptions here in the second half.
Yeah, they're doing a lot of it on the ground. Steffi's legs has done majority of the work, and credit the defense. I mean, they've come up with 6 turnovers, and that has aided what was a struggling Minster offense, I felt, in the first half. Just in the first half for the Wildcats, they had 105 total yards in the first half on 32 snaps. So not very good offensively, and they've cashed in with the opportunities they've been given. They're settling, they're getting touchdowns, and they're scoring, and their defense has been continuing to play very well.
So Minster 37 now, Delphos St. John's 14. Last time Delphos has seen the end zone was the first half, and I'll tell you, we got a good one happening in Coldwater as the Cardinals continue to answer the Coldwater scores. It is 35-28 with 6:32 to go, courtesy of Mr. Goodwin, the athletic director in Coldwater. He's a good follow on Twitter. Always like to keep track of what's going on in Coldwater sports. Eric Goodwin is your man. Like to show our appreciation for his scoring updates.
Sure makes it nice. In the day, you had no idea what was going on. You'd go home and
turn on the radio.
The radio was
watch,
big. Channel 35 for us out of Lima.
Well, now we've got WOSN, and interesting, OSN is over there calling that game tonight in Coldwater, and it's our friend. Yeah, it's our friend Andy Lynch is in town. Used to be on WOSN, the anchor of the Sports Report. He moved to Indianapolis a few years ago, so nice to welcome Andy back to town to call a game for WOSN, and he drew the hot card. He's got the Coldwater New Bremen matchup tonight.
He did a lot of good work for that network. It was a shame when you realize when he left and how long he'd been here, and you see the past years and what it was, not the goofiness, but just the fun he brought to that telecast. He was a big kid that just enjoyed doing what he did.
Sports. Yep.
Yeah, and that's something, again, we're spoiled around here. You go other places, they don't have that I'm aware of, and we get all kinds of coverage. They get kids on film, they get them talking, they get them showing their highlights, and it's neat.
I'll tell you, Brogan Steffi's having a good time tonight. He just punched one into the end zone. He's amped up, man. We saw on that the drive that was headed to the east around midfield, that big 24-yard run. He drug a couple guys. Man, he is fired up.
I just wonder if maybe they had a little bit of, I won't say attitude adjustment, or just, hey, guys, let's take a deep breath.
It's homecoming, here we go.
Let's
we should
go
beat
offense.
These guys.
And maybe it's just a matter of wearing down St. John's a little bit. And again, the Minster defense, they've really played well, forcing the turnovers, made some great interceptions. They've not been gifts, I don't think. They've made some good plays.
Good football plays.
And there could be some more here. St. John's probably will try to, air it out, if you will, a little bit. And
Holmes in trouble here. Frimmel's got him. So another sack of the Delphos quarterback, and then another late hit. So Delphos is kind of coming unglued here, as that play was blown dead almost on the ground, and an O-lineman dropped Charlie Schmiesing. So a little more extracurricular.
Yeah, just not a lot of right things going on now for the Blue Jays. Their drives, their offense, like I said, even in the first half, before the interceptions, they had moved the ball a little bit. Think, okay, they get over the 50-yard line or they get the first down, and it was like the next play would be the interception is what has stalled them here. And just nothing more negative plays in this half than definitely positive plays, and hence why they're also now trailing, 37-14.
Yeah, down by 23 here.
So it must have been something after the play. On the
So again, we're going to get another penalty. They're going to go half the distance. The ball's out at about the 13.
Maybe we'll take care of the half the distance a little bit quicker than the last time.
Yeah, and they're going to spot him at the 7. And again, Ulm had been sacked by Frimmel, and then 81 got pushed over the pile well after the whistle had blown, and that's where that flag came in. Excuse me, got the hiccups. Goodness. So Ulm is going to have a single back. That's Podubny. He's got 2 receivers on each side. Podubny stays in to pass. He's got one cutting over the middle. That's Gagne, and it goes right through his hands.
Yeah, it was on the money. I'm sure Gagne had, knew there were some Wildcats around. He was popped a little bit. The Wildcat defender laid off, and it was more of a gentle blow. I mean, you see that anymore. They just don't want those defenseless receivers to get. And I'm glad they do, because especially these kids, they got to go to school.
They're focused on that ball,
and they got to go to school on Monday. They don't get paid to rehab, and. You got a sense there's crossing patterns. You know there's going to be contact. And
looked like Connor Schmiesing was in coverage, but the safety rotated over. And look at a pass again. And Braylon Metzger has it over the 15 out to about the 17, almost back to the original line of scrimmage. They were, third down and Anna to go. It was third down 22, and now they're fourth down and about 11. So they got a chunk of it.
Yeah, fourth and, they've been how many times you referenced a city to the west, or at least I hope they're all to the west. You mentioned Egypt, Fort Recovery. What was your last one?
This one is Anna. They're headed east, and they're going to Anna.
Good point. Okay. Yeah, I thought you said Anna. I thought, wait, that's the wrong direction. Yep, they changed here. So when we're mentioning towns, that usually means you're behind the sticks.
Way behind the sticks,
absolutely. Out of system. And usually you're not going to convert.
Oh, punt over the head. Nice catch by Metzger. Minster was setting up a return and didn't have anybody coming back. Boy, what a fortunate bounce right there for Delphus. And this one's going to be down to right at the midfield stripe. So, that snap was high. Boy, nice hands on the part of Braylon Metzger to corral that errant snap and still get the punt off.
Yeah, luckily no rush, and Minster had dropped everyone back. And I often wonder, as an offensive lineman, usually it's a timing thing. You know the ball snapped 1001, 1002.
Right, and you get downfield.
And you release. And sometimes, like there, I don't know. You don't see it called as much. But if he bobbles that and doesn't kick it in rhythm, sometimes the lineman can, whatever that range is they're allowed to move forward, sometimes you run the risk of having a guy downfield too soon, if that's still the case.
Yep. Well, and with a running quarterback, that can happen sometimes.
Yeah, and those guys, you just never know, and you could be going downfield to block, and here it's a late decision pass and penalty.
Justin Bergman takes the ball over the right side.
Boy, a lot more running got in the second half. And
Minster's just adjusted, Brogan Steffi wasn't having the cleanest night throwing the balls, getting some good pressure from that front. And the back end of the Delphus defense in the first half was lights out, great coverage. So Minster kind of flipped the script and decided to start running the ball, particularly with Steffi. Now, that one was Justin Bergman for about 4. But, Steffi's really run the ball well here in the second half.
He's run it very well. 4 of 6 unofficially in the half through the air. So that's much better. They're 12 of 28 overall. So under 50%. I don't expect them probably to throw much. I shouldn't say they won't throw, but a commanding lead, keep the clock running. But, who's to say on third now or second down, you might pitch one out there, a safe pass. But much better offense here for the Wildcats. And, again, when you score touchdowns, that really wipes away all the negativity you had maybe.
Boy, it feels better.
It does.
Yep.
You just don't like to see your defense make great plays, great interceptions, and then you can't do anything with it.
Well, that's kind of where St. John's is feeling because, the defense hasn't created turnovers necessarily for St. John's, but, boy, they sure played a nice first half, held this, MAC leading passing attack, 1,600-plus yards on the season, and now we're going to get a stoppage of play as Coach Whiting calls timeout. Didn't like what he saw right there. We'll go ahead and take it with him. It's a precision strip timeout with the Wildcats up 37-14 over the Blue Jays here on NKTelco Sports.
Unpack your potential with a career at Pratt Industries. Working at Pratt Industries is more than a job. It's a sustainable career.
Pratt Industries to me is a job. It's my career. It's the way I put food on my table, but I love what I do.
We offer competitive pay, excellent benefits, and opportunities for career advancement. To apply, visit careers.prattindustries.com.
Are you looking for a rewarding career? Lincoln Electric Automation in Coldwater and Fort Loramie supplies top-of-the-line automation systems to manufacturers. Lincoln Electric Automation routinely develops its team through hiring and by offering advanced technical training. We understand that every employee matters, and every role contributes to the success of our business. We offer advancement opportunities, competitive wages, and benefit packages. Visit LincolnElectric.com and get on track to a better career and a better future.
And we are back live here in Minster Memorial Stadium. And the Wildcats in the driver's seat, 8:53 to go here in the final stanza. And a little toss to Kaus. He's looking to pass, but boy, oh boy, nice job back there by the St. John's linebacker. Camden Schaefer was not fooled, and now we're going to get another.
I think it's somebody on St. John's.
After the play.
Well, they're going to lose 15, but they're going to
give it right back. Yeah. It's going to be a Minster first. Of course, that's auto first down anyway if it is a personal foul against St. John's. But
after the play,
unsportsmanlike. Something was mentioned by a Blue Jay after the tackle, which is unfortunate. So we've seen three really unfortunate plays there on the defense, and that's going to give Minster a first down and 15 yards. So they're out at the 45 or so, and that's going to put them down to the 40. Just can't lose your cool here.
Yeah, it's tough to do, and that's going to give the Cats a new set of downs. And boy, that was the defense was great. They got a hand on a very speedy Kaus.
You could see Kaus was looking to pull up and throw, and Camden Schaefer was right there.
He went in motion. He really was going wide to the back. That would have been about a 15-yard loss. And long story short, though, good defensive play, but the after play extra.
Yeah, it was unsportsmanlike conduct this time. So something was probably said after that tackle. It was a pretty good throw down there that Schaefer put on the quarterback. Clean, fine, no problem there. But so Steffi now with a fresh set of downs for the Wildcats. Going to send three receivers to the right. That's Kaus, Schmiesing, and Webker. Niemeyer by himself on the left. Then they give us to Bergman up the middle. They make a nice hole for him down over the 35.
Wow.
And the scrum falls all the way down to the 30. So
First
Minster.
down.
Wow, and Bergman comes inside the 30 to the 28. So, man, big run on first down for the Wildcats. You could see the lineman just road grading, running downhill.
Bergman on the season came in as Minster's second leading ground gainer.
Behind Steffi.
Yeah, behind Steffi. 57 carries coming into the game, 169 yards and a couple of touchdowns. But, it's always good to, especially this time of the game, that Bergman can get some runs in, and it just keeps the defense that much more honest, and you got to defend all the players.
Salina continuing to have success. They beat Defiance tonight, 15-7. So hats off to the Bulldogs. Bergman takes one over the left side, and he's hit there by, I think that was Nolan Schwinnen that got him right around the 30.
Boy, you look around, and I don't know all those schools. We mentioned Salina, St. Mary's is doing well, New Bremen, Minster, Fort Loramie.
Let's talk a little bit about computer points here.
You got them in front of you.
Pull these out. So looking at Division 7, Region 26, and that's St. John's. Right now they're sitting in 19th. This obviously isn't going to help them. The red cutoff line is the top 16. They've expanded the playoffs. They've doubled the number of teams that can get in.
Effective last year.
2 additional weeks.
Yep. 1 additional week because they go to week 16 to win it all, and that was week 15.
Oh, that's right. Yep. Yeah, it's 1 additional week, and then the top 4, I believe, have the bye.
Yes.
Division 6, Region 24. This is where Marion Local hangs out. And Niemeyer unable to pull that one in.
You know what? I don't think the number 1 seed does get a bye because remember last year Marion Local went 16-0.
Yeah, they just cut it in half. You're right.
So they maybe play the number 16 seed, but you get some home games now, I think is how it works.
Right. Yeah, you get a few home games before they go neutral site.
Yep.
So Division 6, Region 24, Versailles, due to enrollment, dropped to D6. Coldwater moved up to D5, so they kind of switched. But in Region 24, Marion Local sits far, far out in front of Paint Valley, the next closest team. Marion Local 17.25 computer points. Paint Valley 10.02. Versailles in third. Steffi's going to try to hit. Schmiesing goes up the ladder, can't pull it down. But also Parkway hanging in there at 15th now. They lost tonight to Fort Recovery, so I don't know what that's going to do to them. And then Anna's also in Division 6, Region 24. They're down in 21st. They're just having a tough time this year.
Yeah.
But so that's your, if the playoffs started before tonight, you'd have Marion Local, Versailles, Parkway, and St. John's is not in yet. Division 5, Region 18, this is Coldwater. They're sitting in third. Again, if they can hold on and beat the Cardinals, that's going to be a pile of computer points. But they're 6 points behind Liberty Center, who's up there 7-0. And then it's Eastwood and then Coldwater. If you look at, and that is a final now, so the Cardinals run with the Cavaliers, but they don't run far enough. Coldwater takes them down 35-28, so that big old pile of computer points is going to help Coldwater. And that's going to drop New Bremen, and the way this is going now, the Cardinals are going to come in behind Minster in the MAC, so that's going to set up quite the battle next week. New Bremen currently sitting in 4th in Division 7, Region 28. Minster in 6th. Minster's not going to get a ton of computer points for this win, and New Bremen's a full point, 1.1 ahead of Minster.
I think the top 8 teams get a home game week 1. And if you're top 4, depending on that, then you can maybe earn another one. Then you mentioned the neutral site. So
I think the 3rd week they go to the neutral site. Fort Recovery sitting at 12. They beat Parkway tonight. Parkway's a D6 school, so that'll help Fort Recovery and their cause. So, again, in Region 28, you're looking at New Bremen, Minster, Fort Recovery. St. Henry's just below the cut line. They lost tonight, so that's not going to help. But 3 teams in Region 28. Coldwater in Region 18, that's 4 for the MAC. Marion Local Versailles Parkway, that's 5, 6, 7 teams from the MAC looking at playoffs. Now, what's crazy is the MAC typically sends 6 or 7, even when they had the 8-school playoff. But, that's the deal. So a little throwback to Schmiesing now, the tight end. He is going to go to the house. He's got a blocker. Schmiesing's going to dive and find the pylon, and that's another score for Minster as Charlie Schmiesing.
There's a penalty on the 3-yard line. It could be an illegal block.
Yep, we got a flag down. We'll see how this... If this stands, it was a 4th and 9 out of the 28. Let's see what the flag is all about as they discuss things down there. As
I
you said, down by the 3.
It's going to be on the Wildcats. I don't know what else the St. John's.
Maybe it was a chop, like 2 guys engaged on a single.
Well, watch a guy in a white hat here, holding
Minster, and that was 4th down. Declined 2 penalties.
Now, does that go from the spot of the foul though? I mean, they threw it on the 3-yard line.
There was 2 holding calls, so they're going to take the more painful one.
Sorry, did not see that.
Because that's going to back Minster up even further. It just depends on where the penalty occurred. Oh, they must have got him in the backfield because you see this guy up at the 30. He's
getting ready to march to the east. Yeah. Head east. Yeah.
Okay, we got it as a final now, 35-28.
So, boy, Coldwater hangs on and beats the Cardinals.
Yeah, that's
tough loss for Coach Schmidt and company. They're going to drop to 6-2. Minster will improve to 6-2. And that's going to set up quite the matchup.
Yeah, that should be
next week.
A lot of good. Anytime you go into this late in the season, you got wins over combined over 10. You got 2 good winning programs or winning teams this season. A lot of energy, a lot of atmosphere. Hopefully, it's good weather and should be a good crowd at Cardinal Stadium.
Absolutely, and we will have it live for you. So very excited about that. In fact, I'm going to be with Minster the rest of the season, and so we're going to replay 4th down, and it is now officially 4th down in the Indiana state line. Looks
35,
like 4th and 35.
Yeah, so Egypt to Fort Recovery to Indiana makes sense.
And Wolf sends up a beauty. Fair catch signaled and caught at the 14 by Gagne. Call it the 15. So 6:22 as this game just continues and continues.
I won't say
continues.
drag on, but boy, there's been some lengthy time here. So it's it happens. There's been some things take place, and it just takes a little bit of time to sort through it. And St. John's, a chance here to go back to work on offense as their season again. You wonder coming in what it'd be like, and boy, it started out so tight, so close. They played very well, even with some miscues. Still right there with the Wildcats, but just in the second half, their mistakes the Wildcats have capitalized on, taken advantage of, and really blown this game wide open and to such effect it almost seems like it's caused some I won't say bad judgment plays by the Blue Jays, but personal fouls. Yes.
Yeah, a little frustration, a little run up the middle now, and Minster just stuffs it as Podubny dragging bodies.
Yeah, he didn't go down at.
Nope, not easily. So he's going to pick up 4, and he was stuffed at the line of scrimmage.
Brought down by number 23, Connor.
Tell you, he's a strong kid. Now you're starting to see some new faces on the Minster defense. So this will send St. John's, let me see here, get all my numbers straight, to a record of 1-5 in the MAC, 2-6 overall. Try to run a little bubble. Minster snuffs that out. Minster then will advance 5-1 in the MAC. They'll be in second place by themselves because Coldwater and Marion both won tonight. They're undefeated in the MAC, 6-0. And Minster drops a MAC conference, so they fall to 4-2 in the MAC, third with Versailles. Because Versailles won.
Yes, Bremen will join Versailles.
Yeah, Versailles is 4-2 also. Bremen's overall record, 6-2, will be the same as Minster. So that sets up a real good brouhaha next week in New Bremen.
A week long to prepare and a lot of excitement. Both teams having good seasons and nice open field tackle. Just walk away, don't say anything.
Boy, Will Kanapke's having himself a ball game. Oh, Charlie Schmiesing will get credit. I thought Kanapke got that. So
no, it's good for him. He had his touchdown taken away on a penalty and then was able to come back here defensively.
Well, and he's got at least one sack, and I know he's got a few TFLs, tackle for loss. So the clock continues to run here, 4:41 on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard, 37-14. Minster seemingly under control here as they send Kaus back to return the punt. And this will be, I had it written down, Joel Schrader, the punter.
Chase Kaus was the gentleman that opened up the game with the opening kickoff for a touchdown.
Kaus at the 44. Cuts left, got a flag down.
Nope, that's the ball mark spot.
Oh, that's the beanbag, sorry.
Yep, that's the orange one.
Yeah, I just saw that little flash. And actually, Braylon Metzger's been doing the punting tonight. I had Joel Schrader, number 12, in the program as the punter, but Metzger's been punting all night. So 4:04, Minster will get the ball back.
See once if Steffi is still the first-string quarterback or if they have rotated some new guys around. You mentioned, I think, on defense, some new players coming in.
Yeah, Steffi's walking the sidelines, hugging, congratulating. So I think we're going to see some JV guys here coming in for the Wildcats.
Which is
good. You don't want to get an injury here and finish up time.
Yeah, that you can never control. I mean, but that's always part of it. Why were they in if you're ahead? But it's just more importantly getting the other guys the chance, I call it, to get sweaty. They
play under the lights on homecoming, man. Get your name read over the PA.
Yeah, and Kanapke Dave, does a nice job.
Boy, he sure does.
Rattling them all off for all the people in the stands, hear the names and know.
Well, he gives some really good trivia and statistics. He'll read all the stats at halftime as far as kind of like what we share.
Yep.
Very, very nice job. And, of course, we're kind of homers with Dave because he's also he's one of the broadcasters here at NKTelco. He's been in the business with NKTelco and WCSM for years, probably 20-plus years in this area. And that's going to be number 32, John Keller. He's going to go over the right side, pick up a couple.
Then Andrew Wiss, the new quarterback, number 17, a 5'9" freshman.
Tackle for the Wildcats, number 64, Matt Harmeyer.
Whistle. So the player must have maybe lost a helmet or he has to come off, so he will trot off. That was 32 for the Cats. I think they had to make sure he got off the field.
Yeah, I think he's got an equipment.
John Keller.
He's down there fussing with his helmet, his face mask. Whenever you have that equipment issue, you have to come out. And so, the quarterback there for Minster, number 17, Andrew Wiss.
You mentioned head coach, Coach Whiting for the Wildcats. His dad was the architect for the St. John's Blue Jays and their success, that long winning streak you mentioned earlier in the broadcast.
57 straight games, state record. That's crazy.
And, and Coach Whiting has turned around a couple programs he's been at prior to Minster, so.
Yeah. And he's definitely got this program headed in a great direction, much to the joy of the Minster faithful.
Some young kids in those, I don't say key positions, but the ones you like to have some continuity and, try to work kids in accordingly, but some underclassmen and quarterbacking, and such receiving positions and defense have been all, but tonight a very much total effort through all classes, if you will, as everyone kind of contributing and working for this big victory on homecoming weekend.
Dominic Meyer, another freshman running back, number 22 at the ball carry. gain of about a yard, 3rd and 7. Clock continues to run on the First National Bank scoreboard, 3:15 to go. Hang around at the end of this game. We'll take a quick break while we collect our statistics, and we will come back on and share the final stats with you before we sign off. But don't go away. And tomorrow morning, I'm going to be up in Jackson Center doing volleyball as the Versailles Tigers. Coach Liz McNeelan back at the helm there. Brings her D3 volleyball squad in to face the Tigers, coached by Kim Metz. 2 really good volleyball programs.
Jackson Center, you talk about young. They're young, and they are playing some very good volleyball.
They have a sophomore over there
and
who's the daughter, McKinley Riker, the daughter of the ladies basketball coach, superintendent.
And Bill's her dad, and but she pounds the ball well. They have other girls that can do it. I mean, she's the leader of the pack there, but they have others that just play very clean, fundamental. Geez, what else you would expect from a coach? And Kim Metz has been there for 35 years at the same school. I mean, she takes what she gets and makes it uniform, and they have played some very good volleyball, had a chance to do some of their games here recently, and a fine program. And Versailles also doing very well this year.
Yeah, they were state champs last year, D3 over St. Henry. It was an all-MAC state final.
No, not against St. Henry.
No. New Knoxville beat St. Henry.
Yes,
My apologies.
Division
New Knoxville
4.
was the all-MAC in Division 4.
Yep, but Versailles over the years
since then, they beat
I
Coldwater a few years ago.
I haven't either. Yeah, they both were there. And
D3.
Versailles has had some time up at the top as well against Coldwater. You're right. And last year also an all-MAC final between St. Henry and New Knoxville.
Yep. God, that was awesome. What a team that Lady Rangers put together. You had a couple of kids you're familiar with on that team, right? Carson and Avery.
Yeah, it was fun, and they did a nice job. Went through a lot of difficult time during that period, and able to not only get through that, but by the way, win a state title. So I don't know how they did it.
Turned around and did it in basketball.
Well, they got runner-up in basketball, but it was a special time, and it's been about It's hard to believe it's over when you just cherish those memories. And
it goes quickly, doesn't it, Dad?
It does. So,
well, now you're watching them play college ball. So Carson over at Duquesne and Avery. I know she's in Wheeling. What's the name of the school? Is it Wheeling? Okay. Yep. Yeah, so good for them. Always nice to see. A lot of MAC players end up with a second athletic career at the
college
after, especially the ladies, volleyball, basketball, and runners.
College at volleyball, that is a different game. I mean, it is fast, and everyone is all league and all state and all district.
Yeah, they're all Carson and Avery Henshin.
They're all a lot of people around this area that have advanced, and it's hard to win. I mean, it's a battle.
Yep. Well, and we're blessed around here with Shelby County Athletic League. Sports are excellent, particularly the gymnasium sports. A lot of those small schools don't field a football program, but boy, when they get the basketball cruising and the volleyball going, man, they are tough to beat. And then, of course, the MAC, probably the best small school conference in the state of Ohio when it comes to any sport. And Minster is at the center of that. Gosh, they've got 37 state titles, I believe,
and
here.
It's not only, you mentioned tonight, they got golfers going there. They do cross country, the track. Just all sorts of it. It's not just football. It's not just basketball.
Right.
It's a lot of the sports the MAC is well representative in at the high level.
Saw Coach Mike Wiss in the stands tonight. He coaches girls basketball and baseball, and he won a baseball title one spring, and in the following fall, a girls basketball state title. And you could probably call Minster Title Town here. We were running the clock down to 15 seconds, and that may be the final play of the night. And it's going to be. So with a final score, the Minster Wildcats come up big on homecoming. They defend the turf, and they win 37-14 over the Delta St. John's Blue Jays. Don't go away. We're going to take a quick break, and when we return, we will get the Wagner's IGA stats and highlights recap and wrap this thing up. So once again, Minster 37, Delta St. John's 14 here on NKTelco Sports.
New Knoxville Supply Company, the supply source for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. We specialize in plumbing products from many name brands, electrical products from replacing a light switch to rewiring an entire house, heating, air conditioning, and geothermal products, sheet metal ductwork, installations, and service. We are now housing more inventory, so all the hardware items you need to complete the job are available right away. New Knoxville Supply. Stop in, call, or check us out online at newknoxvillesupply.com.
Whether you do business from a corner store or a corner office, there is one asset your business cannot do without: the internet. Everything from sales and marketing, training and shipping, PR, HR, and R&D, your business relies on a fast, reliable, and secure connection. And now, it's more important than ever to partner with an internet provider you can trust. Get Flight Fiber for Business, backed by local tech support from NKTelco. Call today.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
All right, welcome back to Memorial Stadium here in Minster. As you see, the football team, the cheerleaders, getting the alma mater taken care of down there as they come up big tonight, especially in the second half. Big win. It was 16-14 at the half, and this thing got exciting right from the jump, man. We had an opening kickoff return for a touchdown. That was 90 yards.
89 yards, yeah.
89 yards, yeah. Chase Couse to the house. I just had to say it one more time. And I'm going to flip this thing over here to Mr. Jeff Henschen. He's going to tell you the rest of how we got to this final score of Minster 37 and Devil St. John's 14.
Well, following that Couse 89-yard kickoff, Steffi hit a 23-yard field goal. Then Clay Padilla had a 65-yard run for Delva St. John's. Touchdown. Minster follow up with Brogan Steffi 19-yard run. Then it was Delphi St. John's and Nathan Ditto 12-yard pass from Grant Ulm to make it at that time 16-14. And Delphus had the ball late in the first half, a chance to maybe go down and score, but interception nullified that. And then that was how the scoring ended, as Scott said, 16-14 and a half. In the second half, all Minster, 21 unanswered points. Steffi a 5-yard run. Brady Wolf a 7-yard pass from Steffi. And Brogan Steffi a 2-yard run. But the defense came up with big plays on the night. Minster had converted or created 6 turnovers. And that helped them really turn the tide against the St. John's. It was pesky and wouldn't go away and really took the wind out of their sails. And before I get into much more details, we'll go to our game stats, which include Delphi St. John's 9 first downs, Minster 13. Rushing yards for the St. John's Blue Jays, 134 for Minster, about even, 133. Passing yards for St. John's, 92. Minster with 123. Not a lot of passing yards for either team, especially Minster. Even in the second half, they went to the ground. So total yards in the game, Delphus 226, Minster 256. And another key stat that we'll talk about here is the interceptions. Minster recorded 4 interceptions, and Delphus also had 2 fumbles. So Minster created 6 turnovers, only gave the ball up once. And that really set the stage in the second half.
That was the difference, yeah.
Yeah, and just some final stats here. Rushing, Padidi had 14 carries, 91 yards on the ground for the Blue Jays. And for Minster, Steffi, 20 carries, 121 rushing yards. Receiving, St. John's, ditto, 4 catches, 39 yards. For Minster, Niemeyer, or Webker, 4 for 40. Niemeyer, 3 for 35. Some of your stat leaders there in the game. Dominated the second half by the Minster Wildcats.
All right, so one last time from Minster. The Wildcats come up big on homecoming with a final score of 37-14. And Jeff, we've got one more little piece of business. That's the NKTelco player of the game. We always like to recognize a player for an outstanding contribution. And what did we come up with, Jeff?
Number 26, Will Kanapke.
Will Kanapke, the sophomore linebacker. 2 picks, both in the second half, that really kind of set things up for Minster to run away with this thing. Because, again, it was 16-14 at the half. They held Delphus St. John's scoreless in the second half, and a big part of that was Will Kanapke. So congratulations to number 26, sophomore Will Kanapke, on being the NKTelco player of the game. I'm Scott Fry. On my right, Jeff Hentren, our cameraman Tyler Magato. For these fine gentlemen, we thank you for joining us tonight. Once again from Minster, one last time, the Wildcats big winners, 37-14 over Delphus St. John's here on NKTelco Sports.